What's up and welcome back to the Section 10 podcast, episode 545, presented by Underdog Fantasy. It is the home of your 22 and 20 second place Boston Red Sox. My name is Jared Carabas, and I am a certified G and a bona fide stud, and you can't teach that. And this right here, this is Coley Mick, and he's 7 foot tall, and you can't teach that. Bada boom. Realest guys in the room. Steve, how you doing?
Ooh, what up, Section 10 in the building?
In the mother fucking building. Brewed by Blue Moon.
Suck one.
Produced by Jake Yazzie. Fuck yeah, Jake. Jake's in the back there.
Yeah.
Yeah, he's here. He's here. You just can't
Fuck
see.
yeah, was said.
Yeah, he said it.
Yeah.
Still no tea. Vegas tea, I believe, arrives back home tonight at some point. I don't know.
I gotta say real quick.
Birthday tea.
First
Happy
off,
birthday
happy birthday tea. Yeah,
happy
can
birthday
we
tea.
Clap maybe for his birthday. I don't know. Does that? I think it's worth it.
To clap for a
What did he
birthday?
And he survives.
Yeah, he didn't do it. Coley.
I'd like to suspend T for having a birthday on Mother's Day.
I know.
Yeah, he's really not thinking about the moms. He's really not thinking about them. Yeah, happy Mother's Day to all the 162 moms out there.
Yep.
You guys are the real heroes. Not T. All he did was be born. Like, he didn't choose
He just
that.
existed.
Yeah, from a mom, exactly. Yeah, so shout out to T's mom. Happy Mother's Day to T's mom. Yeah, I think the whole thing about T is I think he hates women. You know, I feel like every time that...
Well, I mean, every time he talks about Martha, he's like, she
he's got
sucks.
Some anger, you know, he's talking about his family, he's got anger, and then he just tried to steal the mothers out there, their thunder. I would also like to take his suspension right now.
Okay.
This is great because I was going to ask him what that's about, but now he can't talk. Do you know what this is, Coley?
Boy, I mean, he was getting pretty mouthy about Iraq earlier, so maybe they like he was like pro the war, but for their side. So it was like, all right, well, easy. So we'll find out. It could have been something else. Like maybe he still rides with that take. We will find out.
All right, what do you got, Jerry?
I last episode did not play the Clark's Ketchup MVP music.
Ooh,
that's
not great.
It felt out of whack. Like without T, there were like a bunch of different things that like the whole show felt out of whack. It still is going to feel out of whack without T here, but it was
just... So Raffy kind of threw that off the rails a little bit.
That's what it was. We did like an hour and a half on Raffy, and then we were like, yeah, a couple of games they played, and like the whole show just felt...
You didn't get the Will submission ahead of time.
Right.
Yeah, that's true. Yeah. I mean, it did save the show, though, people say.
Sure.
Yeah, people did say that it saved the show. There's a nasty rumor going around that the Clark's Ketchup audio submission from Will Fleming includes 4 individuals. Yeah. So I will say this up front. Did not get a response from OB. So, I mean, he didn't call the series.
Taking the full weekend off, yeah.
Yeah, he didn't call the series, so he might have just unplugged for the whole weekend. And we were kind of like theorizing what he might have been doing. It's like, well, he only does 2 things. One of them's talking Sox, and you know.
What was the other thing? Because we know he talks Sox. What was the other thing he does?
Well, I just got suspended, so I can't.
Okay, yeah, you don't want to get
Yeah. So he unplugged for the weekend, and we had a special fill-in.
OB's MVP. He's got box.
Lenny DiNardo. Lenny DiNardo is filling in.
Some could say he plugged this weekend.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I don't. Is Mike Monaco on this? I know it's. It must be. Was Lou doing radio today?
Who did radio? No, it was Lenny and Will.
Can't imagine.
Okay, yeah. So
Lenny and Fleming, and then
Dykstra.
it was Middlebrooks and Monaco. Great combo, by the way. I mean, Mikey Monaco and anybody, he's awesome.
Wait. Lenny and Fleming did radio.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Monaco and Middlebrooks did TV.
Yeah.
Okay, so Lou was not in Kansas City.
No.
So I'm
No.
guessing that the audio, because I haven't listened, I don't listen to it ahead of time. The audio must be them four?
Yeah,
I think
right?
it's a fair assumption to make. Yeah.
Yeah, I don't
Yeah.
know who else would be involved in that unless they just threw some rando in there. But yeah, it
Okay.
should be them four. That's kind of cool. We got both TV and radio full broadcasts as an audio submission. That's great.
I mean, that's my assumption.
Has to
That's
be
my
because they
assumption.
asked about Lenny and then Lenny joined. I mean, we argued early in the season that Lenny should probably have a vote, honestly.
I don't know that anyone, an argument sounds like someone
No,
disagreed.
argued's wrong. No, I think we floated Lenny. I
we
know
were at
Hog
each
got the
other's
call.
throats over.
Yeah, we were losing our
idea.
minds over getting Lenny in there.
Yeah.
No, obviously Hog took the spot and has been great at it. But yeah, I wouldn't hate
Hog?
Lenny on the panel.
You know him
Yeah,
like
Hog.
that to just be able to call him Hog?
I think so. Yeah, I think he would say that. Yeah.
You know him like that.
Yeah, of course. I've known Hog for a minute.
Oh, okay. I don't know. I don't know if he likes being called Hog.
I think I've replied to him, Hog, and I don't think he had any problem with that on the Twitter machine. So yeah,
I
let me
get-
know.
I don't know,
Let me
dude.
know,
I
Hog.
don't know,
Let me
dude.
know if that's
Yeah.
all right.
That's like it's I don't know. It's not his name. I don't know.
Yeah, but it's Hogdale, so it's like Hog. You know, that's a pretty obvious like shortening of Hogdale.
Could call him Dale.
Yeah, Dale doesn't really hit the same. His energy
Egg?
matches like Hog. Like he brings it. He brings that
Well,
energy.
I don't know that like a hog now I feel like you're getting somewhere that it shouldn't be going.
I think it's fine calling him Hog. Anyway,
I don't know like who like you're just speaking for him. You don't know if he wants to be called Hog.
he's gonna let us know after the show.
He's
I'm
gonna
sure
let
he'll
you
listen
know.
to this.
Put it this way, if he doesn't like being called Hog, you're suspended next show.
All right, that's fine.
That's
That
very
works.
presumptuous of you, and I don't like it. You know?
No, that's fine. I'll take the
I'm gonna be doing a stream with Hogdale.
with Hog. Yeah.
Hogdale.
Mm-hmm.
I'm gonna be doing a stream with him. I think we were gonna do a Yankee game. I think he picked out like a Sunday Yankee game, but that might be tough doing like a whole call and into a podcast. That's a lot of yapping. So maybe
Yeah.
we'll figure out a different game. But if he wants to do a Yankee game, I'm down to do a Yankee game, brother. Anyways, Underdog just dropped their playoff basketball promo. With the extender, you can play your way to increasingly bigger boosts each round of the playoffs. Start a playoff series by using your Game 1 boost and continue boosting each subsequent game to unlock the next one. The longer the series, the bigger the boost. You're going to want to see how serious it gets when that Game 7 hits. Hop on Underdog, the best place to make picks during playoff basketball, and get started right now. Make sure you sign up with the promo code Jared. That's JARED to get up to $1,000 in bonus credits and a special pick on Underdog. That's Underdog Fantasy promo code Jared. Coley, you follow Rudman on Instagram, right?
Yeah.
He looks like he's training to like, you know how, yeah, like, you know how like it's like the gorilla versus like 100 dudes. I
Mhm.
think we should just have one Rudman versus one gorilla just to see how that goes. I mean, he's built like, he kind of looks like Tommaso Ciampa, but way more jacked. And he trains MMA, but he also like the combo of cardio / meathead weightlifting. It's usually don't see it. Usually if someone's like deep into cardio and MMA, they're like slimmer and shredded. He's jacked and shredded, and he's prepared to fight in a cage. That's who I want running my company. That's who I want at the helm of it all. It's actually very impressive to see. I don't know how he pulls it off.
Well, he just lifts heavy weights. And they push
Yes,
him back
but
down.
like
He
you
puts
just
him
don't.
back
You don't. He picks him up. He puts him back down. I don't know, man. It's I would like to see a 1-on-1. Never mind a 100-on-1. I would like to see one Rudman versus one gorilla, just to see who comes out on top. Shout out to the folks at Underdog. They've got the best promos in the game, and the man calling the shots will beat the shit out of you if you step out of line.
They're gonna say if you don't use Underdog, this guy's gonna
This
punch
guy's
you in
gonna
the
beat the
face.
fuck out of you.
So use it.
It's gonna be very one-sided contest.
I mean, he's like, even if he didn't do all that, he's from Charlestown. Like, very
Right.
rare you meet like, how many people are from Charlestown? Like 750. Like, it's not a lot of people.
Yeah. I mean, listen, I'm not going to step to him, just like I don't think Rafael Devers really stepped to John Henry in that meeting. Before we break down the games, I feel like that's where we have to start. It's kind of like a to be continued from the last episode. We'll pick up the events where they left off, and this is where it left off. John Henry, Sam Kennedy, Craig Breslow got on a PJ to Kansas City, Missouri, touchdown, got into the Red Sox clubhouse, told Craig to fucking ride some pine, go sit over there,
beat it.
And John Henry had a one-on-one with Alex Cora, who I'm assuming was there more so to make sure that things didn't get lost in translation rather than having input. I don't know. So I'm speaking to this without any insider knowledge. Much like if I were buddies with a starting pitcher that wasn't going well, I'm not going to reach out to see what's going on or anything like that. I'm just going to hope that things improve, and then we'll pick back up where we left off. So I don't have any insider knowledge on this. What I'm theorizing about this particular meeting between John Henry and Rafael Devers is that this was not a, hey, what's wrong? What can we do to make you feel better? I think John Henry probably came in there guns blazing, being like, listen, dude, I'm paying you $300 million. And if you don't want to play first base or you don't want to do what the team is telling you to do, we're going to have problems. I feel like it was probably more on that side than a coddling, how do we fix this type situation. I don't know what you guys think, but that was kind of the vibe that I got about it.
I was honestly surprised that this happened in the first place. Understandable that this is unlike anything we've seen in quite some time, that someone like Rafael Devers getting the biggest contract on the team, longest tenured player, would that publicly roast the GM. But when is John Henry flown in to talk to a player like
Never.
this? I was going to say, I just don't think that's happened. So to your point, Jerry, this probably was a cut the shit. I'm giving you a bunch of money. If we want you to play first, you're going to play first. I wouldn't be stunned if also Cora is there just to try to be the middleman, try to make sure Raffy stays calm, keeps his cool when the guy that's worth $1 bajillion is in the room, and make sure that goes as smooth as it possibly can. But I didn't see a bunch of quotes after this on Friday night. Did Breslow talk about this interaction? This is normally where T would have all these quotes, but did Breslow break it down? Okay, what did he say?
No, he didn't break it down. He said it was like an honest exchange of thoughts. And I was like, heard, I didn't come out of Raffy's initial quotes being like, that guy's fibbing. I think we knew Raffy's honest thoughts, Craig. I feel like you tried to speak back, but even Jared just said he wasn't even in the room. So did he? This was all very high school drama to me. They flew from Boston, the whole team. The same day. Why? Just be on the same flight. What was that? Just get on the same flight. Why did they need a second flight?
This all kind of seemed unnecessary. If Henry feels the need to do that, to kind of put his foot down and be like, I'm at the top of the food chain, this is how I feel. But do you need to fly there? Does it have the same? Can you just have the same impact with a Zoom or something, or talking you need to go there and be present? Because Henry's never present, by the way. He's never at any of these games.
Don't you love that though? Don't you love that he cared enough to get on a plane immediately? It was within 24 hours.
I don't know. I just don't know if he needed to. I don't know if that was a necessary move with what's going on right now. I feel like he could have just talked to him on the phone or set up a call or something. I know it makes it's different if you're present. I get it. In person matters, but
also he didn't play. Why am I to believe anything changed? He didn't play first after that.
No, but I think it's more so it gets the ball rolling to taking grounders over there. And Raffy's no bitch, so he's not going to be like, yes, sir, right away, sir. I'm going to do it, sir.
Yeah, I think they need a buffer.
I don't think it was going to be that. But I think that the Red Sox probably, by the Red Sox I mean John Henry, I think they stood their ground and said, you work for me. You are being paid $300 million. And there are things the Red Sox can do to make Raffy's life difficult if he just outright that's.
They're already doing that.
How?
They told him, you are the worst fielder we've ever seen. Please throw your glove in the trash. By the way, can you save us and go play first?
No, that's not out of line, though. They said
it is.
Put it this. No, it's not. If Rafael Devers sat there in spring training over before the 2024 season and said, we need to be better. Like, it was a disappointing offseason. They go out there, they sign one of the best free agents. He happens to play your position. There's no debate that he is substantially better defensively than Rafael Devers. Like, in what other world, if you're not good at your job, can you not be replaced? Why? Because Chaim Bloom promised him third base, that they have to keep him there forever? No. If they can make the team better.
Convenient. It was only Chaim. No one else did that. Not the guy who flew to Kansas City, who actually signed the deal.
You think John Henry promised him third base?
Definitely. He took all the credit for the deal. Now it's Chaim's fault. This one little piece he got to negotiate. Like, that's
either
nonsense.
way, like, you should be able to, like, if I give you a promotion and you are working a certain position and you're not doing well at that position, now I have to keep you there just because I gave you the promotion?
No.
Yeah, I don't think Henry cared what was said to Raffy. Even if they did all promise him third base, Henry probably thought, well, hey, if he bitches about it, I'll just tell him, doesn't matter. I'm paying you and I'll put you at whatever position I want. Which kind of seems like that's the purpose of this flight. Like, why else would he have flown there if he wasn't putting his foot down?
Yeah, like I said, no part of me believes he flew there to coddle him.
No, I don't think he did that by any means, but I think he flew there to be like, hey, other people I also pay, Craig and Alex, not Bregman. What are your jobs? Do I need to define your roles as well? Because it seems like one of you is trying to be the manager and the other one's trying to be the GM. Can you guys do your jobs without me coming in here and telling you how to do them?
So let's talk about that, because I think that, and I don't think that Cora is exempt from any part of the blame, but he's getting looped in where it's more of a Breslow thing. It's really not Cora's job. Like, if we're going to define jobs, it's not Cora's job to do that. It's Breslow's job. And he attempted to do it. And very clearly, it was demonstrated Raffy does not have much respect for Craig Breslow. Would not call him by name, immediately dismissed any request that he had to play first base. You know, I think that's probably, I don't know anything about the conversation, but if I were to guess, a decent chunk of that conversation was probably about the disrespect to Breslow. And I'm not saying that, you know, like, Raffy doesn't have to like him. He doesn't have to agree with him, but that's kind of his boss too. And he's
Henry
just being like, yeah, this guy doesn't.
I slander people in my newspaper when they leave, not while everyone's still under contract. Got it?
Right. But like to call him the GM instead of using his name, like, that was intentional. To say, why don't you go out there and trade for a first baseman? Well, it's May at the time 9th. Like, no teams are making blockbuster trades for like, you're going to get the Garrett Coopers of the world, where it's like, all right, here's a dude that sucks. That's just a warm body that, yeah, he's capable of playing the position, but like, you're not going to get a legit first baseman in early May via trade. That's unprecedented. That's not heard of. So I think that was probably part of the conversation too, is like, hey, like, let's not publicly, like, you could, if you want to have that conversation face to face with Craig, go right ahead. I mean, I believe that if you have hot, angry conversations internally, sometime you can find common ground. Sometime that there's, miscommunication. And if someone's super angry about something, it's like, oh, well, I didn't mean it that way. Or you were thinking something that it wasn't the exact reality. And then you can find your common ground and come to a resolution there. But if you just air each other out publicly through the media, yeah, like, that's not a great look. And if I'm John Henry and I just spent the money that I've spent on this roster, I'm like, hey guys, like, there's a lot of hope and promise. It's still early enough to kind of nip this in the bud, and I'm not saying salvage the season like it was going down the tubes, but it certainly wasn't going in the right. Yeah, like, it wasn't going in the right direction. Like, you're playing 500 ball. Your franchise player that you've paid the most money to is clearly pissed off. He's not willing to help the team. And does he have a legitimate gripe? Yeah, he does. Like, both sides have committed some wrong and some right here. I think Raffy When they asked him to DH, he obviously was pissed off because he was losing his starting job at third base, but he DH'd. Opening day, he was there. He was like, fine, fuck it. I'll DH if you guys want me to DH. The communication could have been better on the Red Sox side of things. No doubt. No doubt they dropped the ball on that. But I think the right would be John Henry getting on a plane and being like, hey, let's fucking talk about this in person and get to the root of the problem. Like, what is the root of the problem? I'm sure Raffy would say, to Coley's point earlier, there's not a lot that he didn't leave unsaid publicly, but
super clear.
He did not use the word disrespect. I think that's the root of it. I've been saying that. I think Raffy feels disrespected. You've got to right that wrong if you're the Red Sox. You have to. And you're committed to this guy. It's a 10-year deal. So like fucking fix it, or you are going to have to trade him, and you're not going to get what you think you're going to get for Raffy, because teams are going to like ever since, what was it? The 0 for 24 with 19 strikeouts, whatever it was. Ever since then, he's got like a 980 something OPS. Like he's one of the best hitters in baseball since he figured out that week and a half rut that everyone made a big deal about. One of the best hitters in the game. So are you going to get equal or greater value for Raffy Devers if you trade him right now, given that you deemed him just a DH and you know he's disgruntled and he's owed a ton of money? No. Like, so it makes no sense to trade him, even if that's a thought in your head. So figure it the fuck out. Like, go. It's basically like baseball marriage counseling. Like, that's what the Red Sox have to do with this guy.
Sox notes, JP Long, Rafael Devers has 5 home runs and a 1277 OPS in his last 15 games, 25 for 59, 10 walks, 1 HBP. The only major leaguer, Aaron Judge is hitting like 700. He's the only major leaguer to have 5+ home runs and reach base more than 35 times over any 15 game span this season.
Yeah, he's good. He's definitely good.
I'm always like one of the best hitters in the sport. I'm also a little tired of pretending like Chris Bryant doesn't have the same AAV as him. Like, if we really want to start talking about Raffy's contract, I can't keep hearing the 300 number when that's not really the context. There are 26 people making more than him right now.
No one's 26. Saying he's the highest paid guy in the league, but they did give him a fuck ton of money. It's the highest. Sure. It's the most money for a Red Sox contract in history.
That was their fault too, because they waited too long.
I mean, if you want to go even deeper, it's their fault. Like, this goes back to Mookie. Like they didn't want to pay Mookie. I know you don't want to go there because you always get yelled at whenever you bring up Mookie. But that really is like Devers got the $300 million because they didn't pay Mookie.
He's the 4th highest paid DH in baseball right now. Right now. So you can't move him to DH because of the money. 3 other teams have done it. Now, do you want to copy the Rockies? Obviously, the fuck not.
Who's higher paid DH?
Stanton's 1, Ohtani's 2. Until he pitches, he's only a DH.
I don't think he's ever pitching him, by the way.
It doesn't seem that way at the moment. And then Chris Bryant.
I don't know if that's the most glowing example of a list, but
listen, how many MVPs is that ahead of him? 5, 6?
I mean, Stanton won a MVP as a fielder, and Ohtani won them as a pitcher. Gold Glove. Well, he's got 1. He's got 1 as just a DH.
Who won MVP last year? Who am I missing?
No, that's what I said. I said Ohtani has 1 MVP as just a DH.
Yeah.
But either way, I want to commend Rafael Devers because I feel like there are a lot of guys that would have this media attention on them. That especially, it should be noted, he's only been in this organization. He only knows this fan base. He's only really played for this manager because we're not going to count Ron Renicky. And he's dealing with people demonizing him and his own fan base, or at least a part of it, turning on him. And what does he do? Goes out there and fucking puts the team on his back to win a series against a really good and really hot Kansas City Royals team on the road, is what he did.
Go ahead, RBI in all 3 games, game-winning RBI in 2 out of 3 games.
He had 6 RBIs and the Royals scored 4 runs. It's like this guy drove in more runs than the Royals did this weekend. It is funny because you know that Raffy, the way he's handled this situation, obviously he's pissed off. And I think this weekend, showed you that he's using his play as like an FU to anybody that is against him, including Breslow. Well, he views Breslow as against him, even though he's just trying to fill a void from an injury. Any of the fan base that's come after him, it's like, yeah, Raffy's going out there and proving what he can do. But I do genuinely fear he's using that. He's almost thinking that that's like shutting people up. And it's like, dude, we know you can do this. Like, we know that you're capable of being one of the best hitters in baseball. My concern, and I mentioned this back with the third base stuff with Raffy, is that if you do put him at a position like first, or even just having him in the field in general, that can take away from what he does with his bat. Like, that can genuinely mentally put him in a different position where he can't fully contribute and fully lock in on just hitting. So I'm still giving Raffy like benefit of the doubt with, and Cole, you mentioned this last show, with knowing, or at least feeling like he's not the best option for first base. And it's not just because of the fielding part of it. It's because he's now so locked into this DH routine that if you got to change that up all of a sudden, who's to say he can still hit like this when he's doing that? Like, there's no guarantee that's the case. So it's tricky, though, because it's like, I still see a scenario where they could have him play first for a couple of months. Maybe he's not great at it, and then maybe they acquire somebody at the deadline. Then it's July. Then it's more realistic that you don't have to give up that much to get somebody that could be serviceable at the spot. So it's a lot of branches, like we mentioned last time. But either way, he's obviously, this isn't affecting his play. If anything, it's firing him up at the plate.
Correct.
Catillo had quotes about Devers not wanting to speak about this. He said he has every.
It was like the day before.
What do you mean?
Well, you're saying when he declined the media, he did that for a couple days, right? Or you're saying he doesn't want to talk about it now after the series? Oh, since the Henry meeting. I can't even blame him for that. I mean, when he talks and it's not like his fault necessarily. I mean, obviously it is because he's been like too blunt, but it's not good for the organization. And I feel bad for Davison. Davison's probably like, please don't talk. Like, can we just get through this like next week or so? I feel like I'm dying.
On Friday, he said, I talked yesterday. True.
He's
fact check true. The answer Saturday, no, and no. On Sunday, no. Maybe Detroit when I cool down, but I need my space. So he certainly said that this is per the Mexican Times.
Wow.
So that's via Catillo. Devers adamantly and sometimes quite colorfully showed no interest in weighing in on the Henry meeting over the weekend. And then he has like a Pope tie-in here that he didn't need. There's a chance he'll talk about it in Detroit. So yeah, he's clearly not pumped about whatever was said to him. And I do hate, I think we've all been there in whatever our jobs are, whatever our salary is. Hey, I fucking pay you, go do this. Like, that's not a great way, as someone who has managed people before, it's a shit way to get them to do work that you want them to do. I do think Cora's skating a shit ton of blame for talking about Alex Bregman, the second baseman, all offseason, before he was even on the team. That was kind of like a fuck you to Raffy, even if it wasn't in the most direct way. I understand he was doing it in a way to try and protect his feelings.
He was trying to help him, but it was poorly done.
Because he could have done that in the media, right? He could have done that in the media and on the side talk to his guy and been like, hey, if we sign this guy, you may move. Like, you didn't have to do it.
The part of that I'm still stuck on, because like we obviously know Cora decently well, and we're well aware how much he wanted Bregman in the offseason. It is tough, and I haven't given this enough thought about if Raffy and Cora are that tight, he shouldn't be worried about fucking that up over an honest conversation about bringing in a Gold Glove third baseman. And he clearly, that's the weird part to me, because they are that close, but he clearly didn't want to even mention to Raffy, hey, we might get this guy. Granted, you probably thought that Cora was in a position of thinking it was a long shot because Breslow wasn't showing any interest he was the only one that was like yelling from the rooftops, get Alex Bregman. But you would think that relationship would be close enough where he could just have an honest convo on the side and say, hey, this could happen. Just want to give you a little heads up. We still feel great with you at third base. Like, that's an adult convo. Raffy should, if Raffy can't handle that, that's a bigger problem.
For sure. And maybe that did happen. Everything from the quotes in February when he first threw a smoke bomb at everyone was that the first time he was approached was like the day prior when he came back from his daughter's birthday. Yeah. I mean, he said that directly. He was like, no, it was yesterday when I just got back. And then the media tried to act like he stormed away. He was like, no, it was just my daughter's birthday. And I came right back. Like, everyone calmed down. So that part's been annoying. The other part, like I don't understand. Like if Raffy had been like, oh, Craig wants me to play first, despite my manager consistently saying like, I do not want him at first. Like, what does that do? What does that look like? Obviously, it's not what happened, so we don't know. But all of a sudden now the GM and the player are saying, hey, get this guy at first. And the manager's like, I don't want this guy at first. Does Corey just backtrack his comments? Like, it's strange. There's only been one other player I've seen get asked about playing first, and that's Trevor Story, who just said no. And I've seen no one be like, this guy doesn't have the team first. We could bring up Meyer.
He said no. I think the only report I saw was.
Or he said he hadn't been asked. Excuse me. You're right. He said I hadn't been asked.
Catillo reported that he's, because that's when I quote tweeted and said, why don't you go ask some relievers? He's like, well, to this point, Trevor Story hasn't been asked. I'm like, well, that's not news. Let me know when he does get asked and let me know what he says. But I think the big thing for me, because what I don't like in situations like these are people are just looking for a reason to be divided. Like they want to know, like, what team you on? Team Breslow? You on team Raffy? You on team, Cora or whatever? There's no team for me in this situation. It's like I mentioned when we first talked about this for the first time. Very nuanced.
It's the Sox, baby. That's the team.
Very layered conversation. And what I don't like about this, because I am looking for reasons to, I guess, have Raffy's back here, where I can't level with him, is he is acting like Tristan Casas just didn't perform well, that they pulled the plug on Casas and said, please, Raffy, save us because this guy is not performing well, when that's not what happened. His knee exploded. It's an emergency. So you can't put all of that on Raffy. It's not his job to come save you. But as the highest paid guy in the team, he should want to be like, all right, like I'll do it because there is no one else. But that's your fault, Craig, because you assembled a team that had no depth at a very important position. Like if you're telling me the guy that you told me to put my glove in the trash, if you're telling me I have to take it out to go play first base because not just anyone can play over there, now you're telling me that my defense has importance. Like a month ago, you were told me that it has no importance. Now apparently it does. So again, it's like it's not a black and white issue. It's very it's a layered thing, but I would love it if Raffy saw it differently. If it's like, hey, like they're not pulling the plug on Casas for bad performance and then pivoting to me. They don't have anyone else. And to like, there were some people that were coming out.
I think you'd be more open to it that way.
If they pulled the plug on Casas, no. I think it's like, hey, it's
stinks.
That's what he's acting, but that's what he's acting like right now. Like they did do that, and he's pissed off. So I don't think he's really.
Someone was like, "Hey, go do a different job," and he responded, "Why don't you go do your job?"
No, and he had a point with that. Again, I didn't want Raffy at first anyway. It's just that I think the team obviously looks at it as what makes the most sense, and then it obviously opens up DH for him. But either way, I agree with Jerry. I think they've been viewing this, or like Raffy's viewing this situation like Casas has just hit 100, and they sent him to Worcester, and then like moved him over and completely changed their mind about Devers being in the field. That's not really what happened here. So it makes it tricky. And I think about how the rest of the clubhouse is probably looking at this. And I don't know if Catillo had it. I feel like there's maybe McAdam about some players that weren't pumped about it, or even a player maybe in the clubhouse telling him to stop talking while he was answering, which is exactly what Raffy wouldn't want to hear, by the way. Telling him to stop talking during those quotes would make him probably say more stuff ripping Craig Breslow. And that's the shitty part about this. And I understand why a lot of the fan base hates it, especially like the real New Englanders of like the fuck this guy. There's a lot of those folks in the mention of like, you're getting this, you should do this. But let's just call this a spade here. Raffy doesn't like being told what to do. And now if you're going to have multiple people telling him what to do, even if it's the person, Cole, to your point, that's paying him, that still is not going to make him feel all warm inside. Like he's clearly still pissed off. I don't think if Henry thought that he was going to come there and then immediately just like change his mind, like that probably was unlikely. It's more likely that he just showed up and said like, I'm writing the checks, let's figure this out. But that doesn't mean Raffy's not even like double pissed now that multiple people are telling him what to do. And in his eyes, he's telling them to shut up. I hit whatever 1,500 OPS this weekend. But that's not necessarily what's actually happening. They look at that as like, yeah, we know you can do that, but please, can you play first? No, I played DH. Like that's what's going on right now. So it's a multi-layered situation.
more reporters during that initial spring training press conference asked him to play first than people on the Red Sox staff.
Of course, because Casas was the first baseman.
Sure, but at that point, Cora was still defiantly like, he won't get some days at third, he won't get some days at first. He is the D. We are taking him off the field. He goes, okay, you took me off the field. Now I have to go back on the field. Like, by the way, no one else is like raising their hand like, I'll go play first. I think that's been pretty underreported as well.
Yeah, I mean, that's where the story thing comes up. I mean, he is a team guy, so he doesn't deserve blame here, but you would think that someone else probably would have stepped up. No, blame's the wrong word, but also, let's be real. There's got to be players on the Sox right now that are pissed at Rafael Devers because of this going on. You don't need this issue. This could have been handled better. And I'm not necessarily saying that's right or wrong. You can't think the clubhouse is pumped that this is happening and that they have this cloud over the team right now, even though it's like, how bad of a cloud is it if he's just going to be mashing? Like, this could be way worse. We talk about the Yoshida. I always love talking about like human situation war and how you handle it. And Yoshida was in the 99th percentile. I think Raffy's in the 99th percentile of handling a situation that he obviously hasn't made great, but still he's producing at a high level. So this could be a lot worse. He could be out there sucking at DH and not wanting to play, first. And it's like, well, you're doing nothing, dude. You have to help us somewhere. At least he's one of the best DHs in the league. That would obviously be worse. But it's just like, I can see that could be happening right now because everyone's at his neck.
Baseball. Yeah,
it's baseball. And just like the mental part of it, like how much of baseball is mental, and Raffy's got to be going through it right now, yet he can clearly decide, he can put the two in separate categories, which is very difficult.
No one can talk to him while he's out there. That's where
it is like, true. Yeah, literally no one can talk to him. So he's like, I'll just play baseball and then fuck everybody when I get off this field.
Should I try talking to him?
What?
Should I try talking to him?
You should talk to him, man.
Yeah, I mean, does any of us here like genuinely believe he could have made the play Sogard made today? A single one of us?
No. I don't think Raffy can make a lot of plays at first. I don't think he'd be good at first.
Whoa.
I've been consistent that I don't think he'd be good at first.
You have.
Why, though? That's based on nothing.
There's a lot that happens at first base, Jerry. You got to hold the guy on. You got to pick the ball. You got to know where to go. There was a play with Romy, who I think has done a great job over there, where he forgot to almost cover the bag, where it's like, oh, shit, I got to go to first. I'm the guy that has to move over right now.
I mean, you got to be thinking a lot. Capable third baseman.
No, he can. There's a difference between can play first.
Disagrees.
I know. Clearly, they think he sucks. He can play the position. If
they thought he was incapable, they would have replaced him in season with someone else. They replaced him in the offseason because they thought that they could do better.
Which season? Last season, we didn't have a shortstop or a second baseman or a first baseman last year. Who are they going to replace him with? All of the options were the ones that would have replaced him. They were playing at short, second, and third.
It's not. He's been the same guy the whole time. It's not like he's like used to be a platinum glove defender and he's declined over time. He's just kind of always been at a below average level, but like consistently at the same level of below average play.
But he's also 26 now. So at age like 22, 23, 24, they're like, hopefully this gets better. By the time it's 25, it's like, hey, maybe we would replace you, but we have to use all your replacements at all of the other positions because everyone else is hurt.
Yeah.
I mean, if we bring in like the, people in the workplace, just at your own job type of angle here, when you get told something you don't want to do, but you kind of have to do it, it's like, well, I'm going to get this done, but I'm not going to do it great. Like Rafael Devers, if he ends up playing first, he's not going to be excited to play first. He's going to hate every second of it, or at least be pissed that he has to do it. So I don't think that's going to like help him at all. That's not going to make him like a better first baseman.
Everyone
you think he's going to take pride in playing first? He doesn't want to play first.
He didn't want to DH, and he's one of the fucking best.
But he's one of the best hitters in baseball. There's a huge difference.
But he didn't want to do it that way.
He plays baseball because he hits. That's why he is in the majors.
Correct. So
he doesn't want to feel.
You're disregarding the fact that the routine of a DH is wildly different hitting wise than the routine of a third baseman who also hits.
You got to give that credit, of course. And he's adapted to it well at this point, obviously.
It's a different job that he did not want to do, spoke about it the same way that he's currently speaking about first base, and then he did it, and he's doing it well.
More equipped to do that than move over to first base.
How many fucking third basemen have made the transition to first base? Tons.
I know it happens.
It's the most natural transition.
They're all better at third, though.
That's the thing. If Raffy goes to first base and sucks,
Miguel
what do you do?
Cabrera was a Gold Glove third baseman.
It
I don't
doesn't
think
have to be
so.
Gold Glove. It doesn't have to be
But
Gold Glove.
what do you do if he goes to
wasn't
first and he sucks?
an elite third baseman, huh?
What do you do if he goes to first and he sucks at first?
Then he goes back to fucking DH.
I think that's what he's trying to avoid.
Yeah, I don't
You,
think he
you
wants to
keep
do
talking
that.
about pride and respect. I think if he goes to first and he stinks at it, which he likely will, then maybe he doesn't bounce back as a DH. Like I don't
In his
know.
eyes,
if this is-
wild
this is
assumption to
this is
make,
one of the
though.
toughest parts with the
No,
Raffy
not
thing because
really.
he's shown us already that he doesn't like change and doesn't want to change. And hey, you know what? That's fine. I kind of hate change too. It's like I get it. This isn't just like a Raffy issue. I'm sure other guys don't like it either. But a lot of other players
Jared.
are more willing to change than Raffy is. So he doesn't want to. He's going to treat going from DH to first back to DH as another blow up. I would believe, Jerry.
I feel like I need to say this on the record.
Say it on the record.
I don't need Rafael Devers to be my first baseman. I need
Same.
that to be said. I don't care that much if he plays first base or not. I think what bothers me is the unwillingness to do what's best for the team. That's what gets to me.
Are we
if-
sure him being the DH isn't what's best for the team?
I know it looks pretty great right now.
Sure. But like the fact that if someone goes down and it's like, hey, you know, it's I understand what you're saying. Offensively, he may be at his peak as a DH. But the flexibility, like him moving to first base allows a Roman Anthony to be up here, maybe a Marcelo Meyer to be up here, somewhere, a Masataka Yoshida, like it clears up somewhat of a logjam where you can get Cole.
Have any of those guys, like they're not professional DHs either. So why? That's a position they've never played.
No,
Well,
but Masa
Yoshida,
He's
a forced
never
DH.
coming back. Like no one, if they bring up Yoshida over Anthony or Meyer, people are going to riot in the streets.
I
Same
don't
thing
think
with
so.
Vaughn.
The Masa contingency is quite
No.
large.
People want Roman or Marcelo. That's what they want. And that we got anonymous scouts already saying Meyer's better than Roman. I came
did
out
see that.
today, which
Did see
is
that.
disgusting. And I love both of them, but that put your name on it if that's how you really feel.
That's such an anonymous thing to say.
And neither of them, like, I don't understand. Like, the whole is the whole regardless. If you want to bring one of them up to put them at
I've
first,
been
I don't
saying
like
that.
put them there. Like, put them at first. Why are we moving Rafael Devers to make them comfortable? That doesn't make any fucking sense to me. We're just fucking holes over here. We got to fill the hole, Jerry.
Boom sauce.
Brother, what do you want me to do? It's a hole. I mean, come on. Did you
Fill
blame
the
me?
goddamn hole. Like, the hole's going to be there whether you move Devers to first or keep him at DH.
TikTok, chicks.
Yeah.
That's right. Put one of them at first. Put one of them at second. Put one of them at short. I don't care. Like, either way, you can fill that hole.
It's about whatever hole you want to fill, Jared. Also,
Yeah.
another layer of this here.
Hole's a hole, brother.
Defensively at second base, Sox not looking super hot. So then you put a guy that's never played first base at first base. Right side of your infield's not looking too great. I don't want to go back to what we've already had to do the last couple of years defensively.
They put
The
Kyle
Campbell play was
Schwarber
at
there.
least like a tough play. He should have caught it. I'm not here to make
Yeah,
excuses.
he had
He
a
should
couple.
have caught it. It was in
He should
his
have made that
glove.
play. Should've made that play.
Hamilton.
Like
I'm
as
talking Hamilton
they-
bad again.
mainly.
Yeah,
The
Hamilton's
Red
bad.
Sox literally put Kyle Schwarber, a
Mhm.
dreadful outfielder,
For
at
what?
first base.
How long did he actually play first, though? Wasn't that? I know it was the playoffs. I get it was like
in
the biggest part of the
fucking
year.
playoffs. Yeah,
I know.
like
I know.
like Rafael Devers is a fine third base. He's not good.
Eh.
Like no one. God, I don't know, man.
I
Whatever.
don't even know, man.
Whatever, dude. I
I mean,
don't
listen,
even care.
We want to
You
get on
want to play
Hamilton.
first base? Don't. I don't care.
If we want to get on Hamilton for being Hamilton in the field,
He's been bad.
that Monaco and Middlebrooks, I don't know if Story's paying them under the table. They were like, that was a tough one. No, it wasn't. It certainly was not a tough one that he just
Wait,
didn't
Story
catch.
or Hamilton?
Which one?
Story had one, was at game 2 this series, or maybe it was game 1 even, but I don't think we were streaming, where it was just like a routine grounder that he just didn't field.
Oh
Like
well,
his
Middlebrooks and Story they're from the same part of Texas. Like they grew up together.
which I get.
that. Yeah,
And
like
Story's been healthy. I don't understand.
If he was like my childhood best friend, I'm not gonna be like, man, this guy fucking sucks. What a shit
I hate
play.
this guy.
I would
Mire up now.
never be your best man. I would never do that to my childhood best friend.
No, never.
But-
never.
But like that's to me, like I said it last episode, I don't understand the Story to first thing. If it like I need the range to improve. I just don't understand where that could have went. His arm looks great. He's made plenty of good plays, but his numbers being down is strange.
I mean,
Story's
Schwarber
numbers?
played 11 games, by the way, at first base. Like, it's a different.
That's a
11?
large sample.
Yeah. So
11.
Like way more than that.
Yeah.
The
feels
fuck
like
else
he played 11 games
11
at first
games
base
there.
for the Red Sox. Like,
Yeah.
if the Raffy move's going to happen, what's their expectation? 100 plus? Probably.
I don't know, dude.
Story at first, Mire at short. Now you've got two rookies up the middle, which I can understand the hesitation for sure.
Someone who's never played first playing first. Yeah, that's
But
a tough majority of your infield.
But you're gonna either way, you're gonna have a full rookie right side or a guy who hasn't played first with a rookie on the right side. Like there's not like a
Yeah, it's the pick the best of the
clean
worst
answer
situations.
I
Yeah.
feel like if you're gonna put your best defensive infield on the field, it's some combination of like Bregman, Meyer, Campbell, Story, wherever you want to put those four. I don't really care.
I don't hate it.
Does it feel like, we keep talking about different solutions for this team and they all involve calling up Marcel Meyer, Roman Anthony, and whatever. Does it feel like that's just not coming?
The Red Sox do know those guys exist, right? We're at the
No.
point now where it's like, are you aware, like the two
Yeah.
guys you got down in Worcester right now,
Yeah.
like what they're really, really good. And normally when they're
That's
really,
right.
really good like that, you could benefit at the big league level.
The last time I really felt like this was in 15 or 16, when Travis Shaw was hitting like 390 and had like a 1200 OPS against lefties. And John Farrell would continuously pinch hit for him against lefties because he was lefty. And I was just like, I know that the people employed by the Boston Red Sox have to be smarter than me, but I feel like this time maybe not. And when I'm thinking about, and I've tweeted this many times, when I'm thinking about the Red Sox are not putting the best possible team on the field right now. It's like, I get that behind the scenes, they must be thinking, well, we have a plan and we want to see this, X, Y, and Z from them at AAA. And they've got to check these boxes before we can call them up. And this piece has to be over here so we can move this piece there. But like, can't you just fucking do it? I don't understand if you are the Red Sox and you have this opportunity in front of you because of how wide open the American League is, the American League East is. Why are you intentionally not putting the best team on the field? Well, it can't just be us. Like I get when fans say dumb shit. Like it's like, oh, the trade deadline. Like, why don't they just put together a package for Shohei Ohtani? Like, if he's the best player, why don't you get him on the fucking team?
He's
Like,
out there. He's attainable.
Fans will think of dumb shit that doesn't make sense and just say it out loud and think that they know better. But in this case, I feel like we just know better. Like, what are they thinking in terms of, we're putting this team out there? It's definitely not the best team that we could put on the field. Cole?
My immediate counter to this is to look at the team we just played. The Kansas City Royals scored 1 run per 9 innings in each of those 3 games. They have the number 10 prospect in all of baseball in Jack Caglione in Double A with a 970 OPS. You're telling me they couldn't use him in that lineup? I know he was playing college baseball last year, setting records. Like, he's basically a Roman Anthony who could pitch if you wanted. So there are teams that's, I said this Thursday, Friday, like it must have been Friday because the Padres like almost blew that game. One of the many games they were up 1,000 runs this weekend. You get so fixated on your own team. we must be the only stupid motherfuckers in this league of 30. Then you watch any other game and it's like, oh, everyone's dumb. Like, to the Red Sox credit, they're not out of shit. Like, they messed up not having Roman Anthony on the opening day roster, or by April 11th, whenever the fucking last day could have been. At this point, like, if they're not going to be out of it, you okay? Ooh. What's going on?
What's happened? What's going on?
You're like, do you get a strobe light going on?
Was it me?
Yeah, you're strobing over there.
Oh, I don't know. No, I'm good.
Well,
I hit the strobe button out of nowhere. No, continue. Go.
We're not the only team like suppressing service time right now, is my larger point. Because Roman Anthony will come up and he will win Rookie of the Year if he's brought up sometime soon. They know that.
That's crazy.
I don't know if they know that. I really.
I don't know.
They're cautious about it.
Yeah, it's
Clearly.
a factor. It's obviously playing into the
It is
decision,
the
or else he'd
factor.
be.
It's the number one factor.
No, of
'cause
course,
you
of
can't
course.
be like, oh, he's working on hitting sliders.
Well, that's
like,
what
no,
they
he's not.
will say. That they will say, like, we want to
No,
make sure
he's
he's
not.
fully ready. He's fully ready. He's fully ready.
If they were honest, the Players Association will sue them and win. That's why they have to say
No,
that.
I know. They gotta play it up like that. But no, Roman Anthony on the Red Sox obviously makes you a better team immediately. But then it gets
For
back
sure.
to the combo we've already had of where do guys go? And Sadon's looked really good the last week, 2 weeks. So it's like it starts getting difficult. I know Jaren's hitting 181 this month. I didn't know if that's where you were going with that goalie. I'm like, uh-oh.
No.
Get
But
Durant out of here. But
it is for Rafael specifically. It is like a month now. It's not just like a hot week. Like, it is a strong month of production for him.
What was that fucking Sean McAdam? I love Sean McAdam, by the way, but like, what was that Sean McAdam report today? That
yeah, that was a sneaky one that people are like,
yeah, they're like the team
the
hates
first pitch, and he's
Cedar
like, no.
Rafael, and Dylan Lawson responded. He was like, "That's first I'm hearing of this."
yeah, wasn't the report like they're telling him to take the first pitch and he's just straight up not doing it?
Yeah,
Are we sure we want Rafael taking like a bunch of pitches? Like, I know it's been working. I know Lou's been talking about it, but if you see the first one and it's near the plate, swing away, brother.
It's obviously what he's most comfortable doing.
Yeah. For Fangraphs F War, Bregman's obviously leading the way with 2. Crochet's at 1-6. Willier's at 1-5. Raffy's at 1-1. 0 fielding. That's just mashing.
that's
And
just mashing.
Cedar Rafaela is at 1.0. 134 plate appearances into the season. Devers at 184. Willier's at 154. Bregman's at 181. So it's been the bat as of late. And it's been the glove, obviously. Like, Rafael, I don't know why like people are in such a rush to get rid of him. I get it. Roman Anthony's going to be nasty. Rafaela clearly makes this team better. I don't know what else there is to say on that front. And so does Willier.
Correct. They would have 2 wins in the season if not for Willier and Bregman.
Yeah, I mean, Willier's like clearly an all-star right now, like an all-star starter, no?
I mean, he's got to be in the running. That they were saying, and I wasn't as locked in on game 1, but for 2 and 3, they were like, "Oh yeah, Willier's kind of slumping right now." And I'm like, "Is he slumping right now?" It was at 0 for 13, but he never seems like he is, right? Even if Willier's not going good, you know he's
still feel
gonna
good
start mashing the ball, and there's still loud outs, and then all of a sudden it's like, yeah, he hit the bomb today because that's what Willier does. There's enough of a sample size now, not just obviously from when they got him, but when he has these little spurts of an 0 for 13, whatever, like a bad week, you're never really worried about him because he's so hot. When he gets hot, it's extremely hot. It's not just like a brief hot. It's like, oh God, you see, he just had like a 10-game span of like a 2,000 OPS. Like, yeah, this guy is one of the best outfielders in baseball. And then obviously chasing everything down out there, has a cannon. He does it all. He's genuinely one of my favorite players to watch every single game.
The Red Sox 2-3-4 in the batting order is Devers hit with an 888 OPS, Bregman with a 951, and Abreu with a 931. The rest of the team sucks. But
What's Abreu's when he actually hits 4th though? Because it's not 931. He'd be over 1,000 if he never hit 4th this year.
Maybe. And I mean, like, if you look at I know that it's what's that called? Cherry picking, but Devers OPS has to be crazy since the 0 for whatever that he started the season with.
Oh, definitely. And
It's
he
like
even had
1,000.
a little, like his season stats, and I love batting average. He's actually up to like 280 something. at this point. He was down in what? Obviously below the Mendoza line when he started.
He
was hitting 0.
Exactly.
Yeah, 0. Yeah.
Yeah. It was 200 points below the Mendoza line at the start of the season. But he even had another brief slump, and it doesn't matter because he's been mashing that well.
So batting fourth for Willie Abreu this year. It's a 381 OPS. Batting fifth, 1211 OPS. Batting sixth, 920. Batting seventh, 1625. Batting eighth, must have been a pinch hit, and he just didn't get a hit. So yeah, fifth through seventh, Willie Abreu's an MVP. Fourth, unplayable swill, the worst you've seen.
Worst cleanup hitter of all time. Yeah,
We don't
Raffy's
have
got
a cleanup hitter.
He's got a 954 OPS since that first week. That was terrible.
I said people are just looking for a reason to come after
Entering
Cora
today.
sometimes because some shitbum dickhead was like, why aren't you going to come after Cora for putting Campbell as a cleanup hitter? Like he's a rookie. He's not ready for that. It's like, brother, we're trying anything and everything because you have to fill out a lineup card and you only have 3 dudes who can hit. There's 9 spots.
People think I'm joking about this like cleanup curse that we got going on. Campbell batting fifth, 1,000 OPS. Batting sixth, 661. Obviously nothing to write home about, but he's a rookie. I'd take that. Batting seventh, 1152. Batting fourth, 231 OPS. Everyone who's hit fourth this year has gotten substantially worse. I'm going to pull up stories. I mean, Casas, we know what happened with him when he was playing. It was not working when he was batting cleanup. Am I missing anyone? Those are the 4 guys we've had bat cleanup, right?
I think so.
Yeah, that sounds right. I don't know anyone else that would be worth a shot.
So
there.
Story's second highest OPS comes batting fourth, but that's also where he's hit the second most. Batting fifth, 736. Batting fourth, 687. Third, which only happened once, 250. Batting sixth, 180. So Trevor Story should hit fifth. Or fourth. I mean, he's been the only guy who's been any good at it.
Red Sox
Do
lose
you-
2-1.
Well, yeah. Do you? Well, you know, let's hit a read. Let's hit a read. God. Wow. Blue Moon was born in a ballpark at the Sandlot Brewery in Denver, Colorado, so it's no wonder why you crave it. Its bold flavor, bright explosion of color, and iconic orange slice ritual guarantees a one-of-a-kind beer that's perfect year-round. And for moments that you want a lighter option of your favorite beer, reach for a Blue Moon Light. It's a refreshing wheat beer brewed with real tangerine peel for a lighter, exceptional taste at only 95 calories. And I'll be drinking those Blue Moon Lights this weekend at Fenway Park. Yeah, I'm going on Saturday. It's like my first game that I've gotten to go to this year, really. Besides opening day. That didn't count. I didn't even get to go outside.
I got some Stevie stats after this. I was quiet for a second. I had to look up some stats. It's the backup Coley's point.
Okay. Inspired by the beer you already love and available year-round, a wheat beer from Blue Moon with exceptional taste and only 95 calories. Brightly brewed with real tangerine peel. Tastes light and refreshing. Nothing compares to the great taste of Blue Moon Light. Blue Moon made brighter. Get Blue Moon delivered, or Blue Moon Light delivered by visiting get.bluemoonbeer.com/Jared for delivery options. That is get.bluemoonbeer.com/Jared. Blue Moon, made brighter, celebrate responsibly. Blue Moon Brewing Company, Golden, Colorado.
Suck one.
Suck one.
Got some Stevie stats real quick.
It's probably some crazy like advanced metrics.
OPS plus is what we're doing today. That's what we're doing.
Do you know what that means?
100%. It's OPS plus. So in the first spot in the batting order, 90 is the OPS plus. Second spot, 129.
You know what that means?
What's that? Yeah, it's OPS plus.
Okay.
Yeah, like it factors in all the cool stuff. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
All the pluses.
Yeah,
Yeah.
100%. And
None
it's like
of the
100.
minuses.
Yeah, Jared, 100 is league average. All right.
Yeah, that's correct.
So 90 in the first spot.
But do you know what the
So
plus?
patronizing.
Do you know?
That is correct. Wow.
That is great.
Boy.
Do you-
Wow, good
do you
job,
know,
Steven.
Do you know what the plus means?
Park adjusted. Yeah, it factors in
Okay.
everything, dude. Yeah.
All right. Okay.
Batting first, 90. Batting second for the Red Sox, 129 OPS plus. Third, 148. Can you guess what this is? Can you guess what the Red Sox OPS plus is in the cleanup spot?
God. 63.
No. Try to think half of that.
Oh, I was worried. I was shooting too high. 32, 31.
Their OPS plus in the cleanup spot's 30 this season.
I kept overshooting it, no matter how low I went.
That has to be. I mean, the Rockies don't really count. That has to be league worse. Like league worse
is better.
There's no way. Because then in the 5 spot, 146. Even in the 7 spot, 123. But in their cleanup
spot, that makes
spot,
sense. That's where Campbell's taking his most at bats at 7, and where Williams taking his most at bats at 5. So yeah, those track.
They do add up. But honestly, if you move Willier up to the cleanup spot, I know it hasn't gone great, but he can be a cleanup hitter. Absolutely.
We
can't think of positions cursed. We can't think like a lineup position is cursed.
They both. He has 49 plate appearances at the 4th and 5th spot, and again 12-11 batting 5th, 381 OPS batting 4th. Listen, I don't think it's cursed. I think they're holding it. I think that's clearly Roman's spot. When he gets up here, put him there immediately.
He's the cleanup guy. Yeah,
just make him the cleanup.
True, and show him these stats, by the way. So it's like if you suck, it doesn't matter. Like everyone in the cleanup spot sucks, dude. You can be terrible. It's okay. That would maybe take some of the pressure off. But dude, I've never seen that in my life. Obviously, Stevie stats. I'm diving into so many stats this year. I'm having so much fun. Yeah, I never would have expected. The cleanup hitter on the Red Sox has a 30 OPS plus this year. It's crazy. Hitting 170.
Team needs Mo Vaughn. You've been saying that.
No, I know. If they bring Mo Vaughn back, they'd be fine. But no, it's a good point, Cole. It's point of the week.
Story's legitimately been their best option. Story's genuinely been their best 4 hitter this year, like by a lot. He's brought that from a 15 to a 30 by himself.
That's absolutely crazy. Yeah, something to keep an eye on. I didn't think we'd be like, yeah, the cleanup spot blows on this team, but that's where we're at. I mean, that was Tristan's spot, right? And that's
I was gonna say like that. How much of that is Casas' fault?
It's like I know why it sucks because the guy that got the AB sucked.
Yeah.
Sorry, T.
I would like to know what the Red Sox OPS plus at cleanup is. See, I could have done 30. That if I had my little database. I could have. What the Red Sox OPS plus at the cleanup spot if you take out Casas. I could have fucking gotten that information, but.
All right, just get it and tweet it out.
Casas batting 4th this year had a 551 OPS. So that's the second best behind Story from what I've read.
I love hearing second best after 551. That was really good for that spot. It's brutal. Hey, Sox aren't that bad, right? Right, Jared?
Yeah, no, they're very good team. Let's see. Let's do a little check-in. What do you? I haven't looked, and if you guys have looked, what do you think their run differential is? Have you looked?
Have not looked. I would say it's in the. It's probably
plus 21 is my guess.
I was in the low to mid 20s as well.
Because what were they this series? They were plus 9, 10, 11. They were plus 10. Give me 28 plus 28.
Yeah, I was going to say, if they're plus 10 in this series alone, I don't think that they were like...
I think they were around like 18 or something coming into this series.
So you're just cheating.
You're just doing math.
I didn't look it up right now.
Look at this fucking statistician over here.
Dude, I'm Stevie Stats. How am I supposed to not do math? That's what I do, man. I do stats.
Plus 29.
Okay, there you go.
Yeah, plus 29. Yeah, I mean, the division kind of... It looks like what it's going to be. Like the Red Sox should be, at the very worst, a second place team in this division. Like there's not a team better than them besides the Yankees. The Yankees have obviously played really good baseball. Or I don't want to say really good. They've played better than the Red Sox.
They've played fine.
They've played fine enough to be in first place in this division.
The consistent thing, because like we look at the standings every day, probably one of my favorite things to do, MLB.com, looking at the standings. Shout out to MLB.com, by the way, for finally putting the wild card standings in there. I would look at the wild card standings on the 3rd day of the season. You don't have to wait until mid-May to put those in there. Just a little heads up. But love that company. Love that company. Love that website. It's MLB. a great company, MLB.com.
Great company.
But no, every time you look at the standings, if you check Yankees and Red Sox last 10, it is 5-5 nonstop. Again, I mentioned it before, and we all basically know this if you're one of those frequent standings watchers. If the Red Sox win, the Yankees win. If the Red Sox lose, the Yankees lose. They've been 2 games back in the division for weeks now, it feels like. And one of the biggest things I learned, Jerry, one of the biggest things I learned, because again, and I kind of got to this last show, but I got a couple updates on this.
Yeah, what is
of the last time the Red Sox were in first place? It was the trade deadline in 2021. It's been 1,381 days since the Red Sox had sole possession of first place. And when I'm going through day by day, week by week in the standings, you realize 2-3 games is more than you think. Like you do have to get hot to like actually overcome that gap. There's a lot of gaps in the standings that just kind of stay that way for like months most of the time. And this is going over the last 4 seasons of the AL East. So unless they actually really get going, 2 games is more than it might appear just by looking at the standings.
We just simply gotta play them.
Well, no, I agree that you disagree because I'm also going to contradict myself a little bit here because again, like you just got to play them heads up and you don't have to get too hot to pass this Yankees team. But I think it's like a psychological thing too with them where they're just they have no experience. Like no one on this team basically has any experience being in first place. Like it's, I guess, Whitlock, Houck, and Raffy. Like the list is not long. And even those guys probably just remember having to grind in a wild card game just to get to the ALDS. So it's not, you got to build those habits of being a team that can be in first place and actually compete for the division instead of constantly be on the outside looking in.
That's going to be a quote card. Bunch of fucking losers on this team. Steve Brawl.
Yeah. There's a bunch of guys on this roster that fucking suck. All right. And they got to get used to not sucking. No, but they're loser ass bitches.
They're losers. Yeah.
Okay. There we go. Yeah.
Bunch of fucking losers on this team.
This roster is full of losers, and they got to get used to being winners.
I'm going to tell Duran you said that.
Please do. I don't give it. I don't give it to him with this. Tell him I said anything. Let him know. Yeah. Make up the quote, and I give you my approval.
Yeah. Yeah, he's
the first time I see him, he's going to kill me. I haven't seen him this season, but he's going to punch me right in the face, and I'm ready for it.
What'd you do?
I don't know what I did. I'm gonna have to find out, but I think he's ready to hit me right across my jaw.
I don't know what I did, but I want to find out. Yeah, I mean, I don't know. He's always mad about something. So I when I go on Saturday, I don't think I'm gonna do the field. I think I'm just gonna go and enjoy the game.
We're going together Friday, right? As friends?
Did you say that? Did we agree to that?
You asked me, and I said yes on the last show.
I did?
Yeah.
But did you agree, Steve?
Yeah, I agreed to go on Friday. Do you agree to go with me?
I did not know if I agreed to that, but I will go.
Okay. We doing the
Me and you are going to go?
Yes, you asked me if I wanted to go on Friday, and I was like, yeah, I would love to.
I said that?
On the show.
I said it's recorded?
Yes.
I'm just playing. I remember that.
I'm goofing, man. I'm just doing a big goof
I'm just
job
big.
here.
I'm Sox goofing right now. I remember asking you.
100%.
Friday, June 6th.
Yeah.
First matchup against.
Oh, there we go.
That's D-Day, right?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
6-6.
I'm pumped to drop 2 out of 3 to the Angels right before that.
I thought that was going somewhere else.
A pump for D-Day?
I thought you said I'm pumped to drop 2 nukes on Hiroshima and Nagasaki.
They've been comfortable lately. But when we drop 2 out of 3 to the Angels going into that series and then sweep, that feels like
that's
what
when we
this
start
team's gonna
cooking.
do.
Yeah.
It's at New York, Tampa, New York. Both of those are at home. That's that 9-game set basically to start June. So we're either going to be buried or in first by a lot at that point.
I have a big fear about missing an unobstructed views this year because last year it was like every Tuesday. I'm like, all right, yeah, it's Tuesday. It's unobstructed views day. The schedule is wildly inconsistent. It's like Tuesday, May 6th, Thursday, May 22nd, Tuesday, May 27th, Monday, June 9th, Friday. There's a Friday in here, June 13th versus the Yankees.
That's
Monday,
a crazy idea.
It's all over the place. Yeah, so like I am very fearful that one day I'm just going to get a text from like Mike Barry at Nessa.
You're going to be in your jams.
You're on the way, right? Yeah, like you're on the way, and I'm just like in the middle of like fucking. I don't even know. I was gonna say cooking. I don't cook.
That was the funny thing is I could
I'm
see
in the
how
middle
much.
of tossing some salmon around.
Different
funny-
baseball game. Yeah.
Yeah.
The funny thing there is you could have said literally anything, and I could just see you racing through your brain. What the fuck am I going to be in the middle of doing?
Yeah,
What's going
I
to
don't
happen
know.
here?
Yeah, I don't know what I'm gonna be doing, but
Cole,
that's
what's he going to be doing?
I feel like that's gonna Cole.
I never, ever look at the schedule more than the day it is.
The Thursday thing?
We have another 11:30 a.m. game this season.
Is it
Yeah,
the
I don't know
cock?
why.
Or
What's
not
up
the
with
cock. No, that's is that the Roku Sox?
that?
Is it? Is that
I
what
think
it
it's
is?
the
I think
cock
it's-
Sox. It's the cock Sox.
No, I think it's the Coup Sox. I think the Coup took over for the cock.
no cock Sox this year.
No, I think it's Coup Sox. Remember when the Coup
Cougs.
Sox was
Oh,
like a blast?
that thing.
They were in St. Louis, St.
Yeah.
Louis,
Yeah,
and they won like 10-2 or something.
yeah.
While we're on the schedule real quick, I'm so excited for this stretch of Thursday off days. This is going to be great. I think it's going to be good for the pod too. Just
Why?
Wednesday night pods, got time on Thursday to get the content out there, and then excited for Fenway Fridays right after. That's good for the show.
Yeah.
Gives us more time to
More-
get the tent out there, you know?
Time. Yeah. So we're going to
they-
the game on Friday then.
The Red Sox have 2 Thursday games from now until August 20th.
Yeah, that is.
That's 15
crazy.
weeks.
I mean, one of them's on unobstructed views apparently May 22nd against the Orioles.
But we're going to the game on Friday, right?
Me and you?
Yeah, we're going, right? You want to go?
I
as
want to
a couple
go.
of buddies. As a couple of buddies.
Are we gonna go early?
I
Yeah.
mean, yeah.
Yeah, we should jump Jaron Durant.
Yeah,
before the
if we
game.
have 2 of us, how many humans does it take to jump Jaron Durant? Probably a decent amount, actually. I feel like he could fight some people off.
Yeah, he could definitely. Yeah, he could. I think. Yeah, I think he could.
I thought we
I'm
were done
exci-
with the 1 human versus the 100 humans on the gorilla.
I don't know
It's
why
still
that
going.
took off.
I'm kind
I
of
don't know
waiting for
why
that to
took
die
off.
down.
Yeah, I don't
Not a
know.
terrible topic. It's just like let's
we
just die.
we answered it. We had YP on. It was answered. I don't know why people are still talking about it.
I watched
Yeah.
that episode actually.
Hell yeah, brother.
Yeah, I'm a big supporter of the program. Yeah, I mean, what are we expecting when we go there on Friday? What are we expecting to
The new City Connects.
Oh, that's Friday.
Mm-hmm.
You think we can get one?
Yeah, and if we don't get one handed to us, I'll just buy one with money.
That's what I mean. Like, are they going to be available in the TST?
Yes, dude. What do you mean?
Oh, dude, they are going to be all over the TST.
You think they're going to be in the team store day one?
Yeah.
Yes, they're announcing them on Thursday on the off day.
Sorry. Oh, I'm sorry. I guess I'm just a fucking idiot then.
Yeah, 100%.
Yeah, definitely. On this,
100%.
a multi-billion-dollar industry didn't work with the other
Jared,
multi-billion-dollar
wait.
industry.
Can we be honest real quick? You thought they were going to announce the jerseys and not have them in the team store?
I think that there's a chance that they're going to have them in the team store.
Yes, there is.
What percentage chance do you think?
72?
I thought for sure you were going to say 76.
I know.
No.
Nah, keeps that for the temp.
No.
That's for temps only.
No. What if the shipment Steve?
I feel bad because there's a girl that works at the team store and she put a
I
TikTok.
saw that TikTok. Yeah.
Did you see that? Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, I think here's what I think. I think that she made a TikTok, and it's a brilliant plan, by the way, because she made a TikTok saying so many people want this hat because of Steve.
No,
And
they just
it's
want the
like,
hat because it's a cool hat. I don't
It's
think
a cool hat.
Was
but
the ice
like,
cream one?
Yeah.
Yes.
Good hat.
And
I had to say
It
that
goes.
last
It
show.
goes
Good hat.
pretty stupid. Yeah.
and here it is. Here's the
Oh, you got the talk?
yeah, dude. I can talk. Dude. Ready?
Yeah.
This is a message to Red Sox Twitter who saw this Steve Peralt tweet yesterday asking about this specific cleanup.
I thought the tweet was going to be about blatant racism first, so I was excited to see that it was about the hat.
Kept it clean for this one.
Hi, Team Store employee here. Probably made your custom jersey, sold you your t-shirt. We are sold out of that hat. We were sold out.
Wait, when you started watching this, did you think like, oh man, I tweeted about it and it got sold out because of me? Did you think that?
When I started watching this and like you were tagged in like a green screen video, I'm like, what did I fucking do? I thought it was like this dickhead Steve Perrault said this on the Section 10. No, it was just about an ice cream helmet.
Just about the ice cream hat. Yeah.
It's never Mr. Beast.
Before
Like,
Steve
here's the guy
posted
I've
that
given
tweet.
my fortune to. It's never that when you see the green screen.
I thought I was screwed.
I don't expect him to know our inventory. He just hosts a podcast. He's not responsible for it. But we've been sold out for the last 3 days. Now,
I got the last
personally don't mind answering the phone and saying, Red Sox team store. Sorry, we are all sold out of that hat at the moment. No problem. Have a good day. Bye-bye. I don't mind doing that. But by God, when 15 of my 19 phone calls that I answered today were that, it gets a little old and repetitive. We also only ordered like 48 of them before spring training. I'm so sorry. I don't know when we're placing another one. This is a message to Red Sox Twitter who saw this Steve Perrault tweet yesterday
You playing it
asking
again?
about this.
So shout out
That's
to
simply
Lex,
not enough
man.
phone calls. It's simply not enough phone calls for the talk.
Again, I appreciate you put the talk out there, and I think did a good job of being like, hey, don't want any more calls, but yes, we did have the hats. Now we're sold out of the hats. I thought she was going to say at least 50, not 15, right?
Yeah.
I thought like there were like a zombie apocalypse, like people banging down the doors. Like, where the fuck is this hat? 15 calls?
Yeah.
I will
That's
say,
enough
though,
calls.
I've never, of anything we've ever done on this show, any segment we've ever had, any wardrobe stuff, any hat, I've never
the
gotten
jersey
more.
of the summer.
Jersey of the summer. This equates almost to the jersey. I'm just saying I've never gotten any or that many DMs about anything that we've ever done. That next day, there were like 30 DMs about where'd you get that hat? I need to know where that hat is. And I let everybody know, hey, I got it at the team store. I got the last one. I think they're sold out, but maybe they restocked.
Jerry?
And our friend on TikTok said no. Jerry?
That hat fucking sucks.
What the? What are you talking about? That hat's
I'd
awesome.
never wear that hat. I would never wear that
All
hat.
right, I'm wearing it for the rest
Go
of the show.
put the hat on. Go put it on. You're gonna look like a fucking idiot. It's a dumb hat. So it's a for anyone that hasn't seen it, it's a ice cream in a Red Sox helmet hat. Like, that's dumb.
It's a good hat.
It's not like, I love, and they got rid of it in the Aura Club, which I'm very upset about. They had ice cream in the helmet in the Aura Club, and I would get ice cream in the helmet all the time. Would I wear it on my hat? No.
Jared, this is an awesome hat, and I don't know what you're talking about. You got the friggin', you got the ice cream helmet on a hat? No, this is not a fart. This is not Connor Wong, all right? That's a good hat.
It's a good hat.
That's a good hat. Come on, man. It's the kind of hat that I'm just going to be talking over farts the whole time. I'll do it. It's the kind of hat that you never thought that 47 brand would make. Coley would probably agree with this. I love the Red Sox ice cream helmet. I try to get this typically as a swirl anytime I can. I didn't think that they would make something like this. So when you see it, you got to get it. Shout out to Grace, by the way. Grace is the one that had it first, and I asked her, and she said go to the team store. So she deserves credit.
Great on Grace.
Yeah, of course it does. Yeah.
But you ruin it.
There's been some of these with Jerry over the years where it's just like, oh, Steve has it, so that thing sucks.
No. Don't get it twisted.
I am getting it twisted because this hat's awesome.
I mean, the ice cream's twisted.
It's twisted.
It is twisted.
But
Someone says it looks like the poop emojis. Like, I wish they didn't say
that's
that.
what I'm saying.
Little
It
bit.
looks like a little bit of a poopy.
I wish they didn't say that because now I'm seeing poop emoji, but I don't think it really is.
Right.
It's a great hat.
Right. I don't dislike the hat because you got it, Steve. You know,
All
that's not. I
I
don't
just like
like
the hat
factoring
because
goes
Steve's getting attention because of the hat.
Yeah, see, that's the
No,
that's the thing.
no.
That's it. Coley just nailed it.
No. That's
Yes,
not
yes,
true.
yes.
No. I said
Yes.
No. It's I don't understand. Like, I don't understand why there's such a commotion about the hat. Like,
It's a unique
It's a
hat.
cool hat. It's rare.
but Steve,
What?
Steve,
What?
I don't want the hat.
That's fine. That's fine. You
I
don't wear
know.
hats. I wear hats. I'm a hat guy.
All right. So if it was a T-shirt, would I want the T-shirt? No.
I might wear this as a shirt. If they put a big ass Red Sox ice cream helmet on a shirt, I think
no. And Steve, here's the kicker, man.
Oh,
You
no.
paid for it. If the
Of
Red
course.
Sox were like, "Hey, Jared, we've got this care package for you. It's all these unique items that are going to be in the Red Sox team store." And if they sent me a T-shirt with that on it, I'd be like, "Hey, free giveaway. Who wants this dumb fucking shirt? Because I'm not wearing it."
Am I above buying things at the team store? Come on, I can
didn't
get stuff.
say that. I bought stuff at the team store the same day as you.
Yeah, but you just implied
Oh,
that I am.
oh,
What was
by
the
the way-
implication there?
What?
He was saying even if it were free, he wouldn't.
Yeah,
wear
even if
That
it
was
were
what he was
free,
saying.
I wouldn't wear it.
You're the only person that has this opinion, by the way. Like, everybody loves you. Hit the farts. Hit the farts. I don't care. I don't care. Again, dude,
It's a good hat. It's a good hat.
I'm bringing this up to say I was stunned at the reaction because I think it is a really good hat. I
You
just
were
didn't expect to get a
stunned?
million.
You
I didn't
were-
expect to
I-
get a
I
million
am
messages
too.
about it, but I think it's a great
I-
hat.
Yeah, I'm
Good hat.
stunned too. I'm
And you know
stunned.
why? You know another reason why, Jerry?
Why?
It's because I have a massive head, so the cleanup hats fit my head well. So the fact that you got the
It-
combination of a cleanup brand hat,
This
thumbs
is,
up. The fact that it's one of my favorite childhood things, the Red Sox helmet ice cream, and that it's comfortable and looks good on the pod and people like it. It checks a bunch of boxes, but you hate it.
Who said it looks good on the pod?
Well, it just looks.
I mean,
I
it
just like
caused a
wearing it on the
stir.
pod. Is I guess more what I meant there.
It did cause an international stir. I've heard
Yeah,
north
people
of
liked it.
14 phone calls were placed.
I'm gonna wear this hat so much now. I might only wear this hat on the pod now. For
Oh,
how much
It's
you
for
hate
sure
it.
showing up Friday. For sure.
Oh, easily.
God.
This with the City Connect would go stupid.
God.
Mm.
Oh, I have a take.
Yeah, what do you got, Jared?
Go ahead.
You know how I didn't really like the new City Connects?
Yeah, you said they sucked or something. You
I
gave
didn't
them
say
like
they
a
sucked.
1 out of
You
10.
said
You gave them a low
if they
rating.
were free, you'd wipe your asshole with them.
Yeah, that was the direct quote.
No. All right, so I need to revise
Good
my
toilet
take.
paper jersey. Yeah, what do you
I
got?
need to revise my take because the numbers being yellow save it for me.
Ah.
I didn't like just the Fenway green and the white.
They were
But-
obviously going to be yellow, though.
Yeah,
They were all.
what else would the numbers have been?
Brother,
White, I
the
guess?
picture didn't have any numbers on it. And
I
they
know,
certainly
but
weren't
the
yellow. 'cause
swoosh
they're-
was yellow. That obviously wasn't going to be the only hint of yellow.
okay. Well, I said it. I need to see improvements, and then they made the improvements. So now I like them.
They didn't do anything. They just continued.
They added a
producing.
number.
Nope. They added the fucking number, Coley.
But they were
Can I
going
add
to
something real
have
quick?
numbers.
Steve?
Yeah, go ahead.
If we're on the numbers on the jerseys, and we'll
Yep.
probably talk more about it after they're officially released, but incredible job with the numbers on the back too, with that little like slit there, whatever you call
notch,
it.
yeah.
Like that matches how they look on the monster. So I think both numbers they crushed. Also, the yellow number being the active runs number, I like that element of it. That's a nice
Mhm,
Deutsch.
mhm.
That implies that Jared Duran's up. Oh, we got 16 runs this inning. Do you know that that's the case? You know that that's the case, Jared.
Huh?
Why'd you give me the weird look? The yellow number is what it
Yellow
looks like on the
versus white.
monster when it's the runs you're scoring right now in the inning.
Yeah. Yeah.
But
I
why
know
did you just
that.
give me a weird look? Why? Because I know
'Cause
you know
said,
that.
You said nice Deutsch.
Oh, what? Yeah, nice touch. Whatever. That was, who cares?
Yeah, you said a word that wasn't the word. That's
It's because you said Deutsch. Your hat's stupid.
Yeah.
Like everything.
hate the hat. Hate the hat.
I think this is coming from the hat. I'll say anything the rest of the show. You're gonna be like, that's that guy with the dumb hat. I don't respect
Yeah, nah.
anything that guy says.
I wanted to amend my City Connect take because
Okay.
it was incomplete. The picture that was out there wasn't what they're gonna look like. I like the yellow numbers.
They can still fuck it up with the hat and the pants.
The pants. I mean,
Very curious what the hat
What color
looks like.
pants do you go? Just
They should just
white?
use this hat.
Gray.
No.
I think whites would stink. I think.
Well, all right, so that's a big part of it. Yellow pants,
agree.
Savannah banana
No,
pants.
but these are going to be home jerseys. I'm fine with white pants. I mean, white. You got white paint there with the Boston. I think white pants would be fine.
What if they
And
go
then-
green? What if they go Fenway green pants?
That
think
might
that
be.
would
I mean, the
stink.
Rockies
I think
did
that'd be
that and then
awful.
immediately changed. They did like
I
all
think that would
green. I
stink.
think. That's too much
you can't do
green.
green pants.
Then you're going to have T's point where he's like, you're going to blend in with the monster and the players won't know if they're the monster or a human.
What if they do red pants?
That's loud.
I
That's
think you
like
do-
the Color Rush NFL jerseys.
You could do like a green pinstripe down them. But even then, I'd prefer them to be like a light gray, not a white.
Have they ever worn gray pants at home?
They never wore green at home.
Yeah, but gray signifies away. You can't wear that at home.
Even though they wear
I
red
guess.
jerseys on the road now. I mean, don't get me started.
Well,
Yeah,
Sam, like, I don't
Sam
know
said
that
that they were
they're-
going to be controversial. So what if they are purple pants?
I think Sam. I don't know. I think Sam might
What
just
color
be
are
scarred
Wally's
from-
pants?
Blue.
Navy?
He wears navy blue shorts.
These might be blue.
Right? Yeah, he does. He does high socks, doesn't he?
These might be blue.
I think he wears jorts. He's like John Cena.
He definitely wears shorts, but I don't think
Yeah,
the
he's
team
got
is allowed
navy
to wear
blue shorts, right?
Yeah, I
with
think these are going to be
green-
blue pants.
And red shoes.
I'm locking in blue pants.
I'll take white. Yeah, this is like betting on the Gatorade at the Super Bowl. I'll take white for this.
Locking in blue.
Chloe's got blue. Jared,
Blue pants. Blue pants?
Locking it in.
I have
Wally
so
wears
many-
the biggest shorts you've ever seen when it's the City Connect. These
I
he
have
wears
so
these
many
blue
pictures of
shorts.
me with Wally.
Massive.
Does Wally always? No, he doesn't.
What? It is funny
I'm-
that he wears like khaki shorts. I don't know if I ever gave that enough attention.
I have so many pictures of me and Wally. I've got me and Wally in the City Connect. I have me and Wally in the red jersey. I have me and Wally in the white home.
Mm-hmm.
And I have me and Wally in the Section 10 jersey.
Why does he wear? Like, he doesn't need pants.
Oh, yes, yes, he does.
Do you guys remember when the Cubs, what was this? The Cubs announced a new mascot and someone had photoshopped a dick in there and it made it onto the news broadcast.
Well,
That
kinda.
was,
I kind of remember.
oh my God. Cubs mascot dick. This was one of the funny. Oh, that made
you
it.
sending it to me?
Yeah. Wait, I want to get the clip
Yeah, get that clip, bro.
because I think they were like, "Oh, take that down."
Who's they? The news?
On the news,
Yeah.
they were like, because someone noticed and they were like, "We're gonna want to take that down." Cubs mascot.
Cubs mascot dick news.
Why is this 5 minutes long? All right.
5 minutes. of dick?
5 minutes?
No, there's no way.
Simply too much.
5 minute dick news. Mascot dick.
Cubs dick penis.
You ever see that TikTok where like he's like walking in on his friend who's like using the talk remote thing and he's looking up a bunch of never mind. Whatever. It's funny.
This image is just.
Ever mascot, Clark the Bear. Described as a young, friendly cub who can't wait to interact with the kids. Also worth noting, he doesn't wear any pants. I think that is a gag photo. If we can switch to the next one, he also chooses.
Oh my God. Well, yeah. I'm about to play you this clip from Comcast, the Comcast Business Network.
What the hell is this?
Yeah, it's just some guy at the end of the video. I don't know. I said it was a long one.
The Chicago Cubs, they introduced their new mascot, their first ever mascot, Clark the Bear. Described as a young, friendly cub who can't wait to interact with the kids. Also worth noting, he doesn't wear any pants. I think that is a gag photo. If we can switch to the next one, he also chooses to wear sneakers. But the
Whoopsies
Pelicans,
there.
they may have a mascot problem of their own.
It's just dick and balls.
You don't remember that? That was hilarious.
I
Bring
don't
the kids out.
I don't think that was something that I forgot. I don't think I've ever seen that.
Oh man. Anyway, yeah. So Wally wears pants. I know that like he could go with the no shorts, but
The Fanatics get no pants, right? Maybe the Fanatic does have pants.
I think they have pants because
The
there's an
Fanatic
implication that they got
definitely
something
has
under
pants.
there.
Yeah. Speaking of pants, Steve, why don't
Yep.
you tell everyone about Mac Weldon?
Of course.
Fanatic is pantsless. He needs Mac Weldon.
Yeah.
Yeah. Of course I'll tell everyone about Mac Weldon.
Mm-hmm.
I would love to do that.
Do it.
Mac Weldon
know.
has everything you need to stay cool, comfortable, and stylish, even if you're a mascot. Their new tech linen line combines the easy charm of classic linen with Cool Max technology to help you look and feel your best all season long. Explore polos, sweaters, hoodies, and more at macweldon.com and get 25% off your first order with code SECTION10. That is Section 10. Jerry, you got some Mac Weldon, right? It's incredibly
I got Mac
comfy.
Weldon. Yep, very comfy. Fits great to my awkwardly shaped body. I got weird proportions for the most part, but Mac Weldon's got me covered. It's one of my favorite things in my wardrobe, especially during summertime. Very nice summer wear, very nice casual wear. You can feel like you're, you can look nice and casual at the same time, which is great about Mac Weldon. Yeah.
And during the summer, you can stay cool. Looking confident doesn't have to mean calling attention to your clothes. Mac Weldon balances classic pieces with updated details to keep you looking sharp. They're not flashy, just classic. Always in style and made from the world's most comfortable performance materials. Mac Weldon clothes are designed to fit your style and the demands of modern life. They look like regular clothes, but feel like the latest in modern comfort. Breathable underwear, Jerry, that keeps you cool, dry, and comfy all day. Crazy comfortable, but elevated sweatpants as well are some of the best items that Mac Weldon has. Give your closet a breath of fresh air for spring. Go to macweldon.com and get 25% off your first order of $125 or more with promo code Section10. That's Mac Weldon, MACKWELDON.com, promo code Section10, Section 10.
Yeah. Become a Mac daddy today.
Mm-hmm.
That's right.
All right. We can talk about these games a little bit. I will say this, since Coley and I were the only people on tied in the eighth, not a big deal, but yeah, it was over an hour. It was over an hour that we were on tied in the eighth. Some fucking dickhead today on Twitter. After this loss, I was like, that was the game you had to win. I didn't say that was the only game that they had a shot to win. I said that was the game you had to win because Cole Ragans, very good starter in the middle game. And then Giolito, everyone was saying, oh man, like he looked so bad on Tuesday. No idea what he's going to look like in this game. And the Royals are, at the time, going into the series, hot team, very good team. That
Lugo's
first game
elite
there.
too.
Huh?
Seth Lugo is no bomb
Lugo's
either.
filthy. That was why.
Yeah. Seth
Ragans
Lugo
filthy.
also very good. Yeah,
Ragans
it was
Lugo.
both. It was both. It was Ragans the middle game, and you had a Lugo Giolito matchup in the last game. So I was like, man, that was the one that you had to have, was that first one. I don't know how that got misinterpreted as that was the only game that they were going to win and they lost. I don't know. Fucking dickhead loser. Anyways, got his ass. This game, I thought for sure was going to be far more pivotal moving forward. You have John Henry fly out, Sam Kennedy, Craig Breslow to address Raffy. And I'm thinking, man, like what a turning point that this could be. Well, you lose in 12 innings. You get walked off. Raffy goes 1 for 5 in this one. Wasn't an awful game by any means, but
he drove in the only run, right?
He drove in the only run.
Yeah.
Yes, he drove in the
By
only
the
run.
way,
that the Red
real
Sox
fast
scored
on
12
that.
innings.
Real fast
Yeah.
on that.
Super fast.
Bobby Witt, and he didn't have a great series by any means, but him getting Raffy out on that ball was ridiculous. He bobbled it. Raffy was sprinting down to first base, and he threw it when Devers was like basically almost touching first and still got him out. That was maybe one of the fastest throws I've ever seen a shortstop do. Anyway, Jerry,
well,
back to you.
Raffy kind of runs like you walk. Like it's just very like, it's just like a lumbering, high effort, but like it doesn't look like
he's not really moving.
Yeah, it's like are you in quicksand or are you like what's going on there? But it's a great play by Bobby Witt Jr., who I believe so he grew up a fan of Dustin Pedroia, and now Dustin Pedroia's kids are big fans of his. So Dustin Pedroia was at this series. I think they got to meet him. That was very cool. Very cool baseball.
He had the split like Jeter Pedroia jersey, right? That was what he did.
Yeah, he was also a Jeter guy.
No. I think he had Jeter's and Pedroia's autographs on his childhood bedroom wall. That's what it was.
Yeah, I don't respect that.
That's fine.
Aside.
The Hunter Dobbins discourse after this start: 6 innings, 5 hits, did not allow a run, punched out 6, didn't walk anyone. Someone like the people that were on Twitter saying, "Oh, they can't send him back down after this." Buddy boy, Hunter Dobbins is your game 2 starter if the Red Sox make the playoff. What do you mean send him back down? He's your game 2 starter. It's not even a discussion
at this point.
No, like what? Like who, if anyone, is the greatest competition for the game 2 starter spot?
Bayo. That's it. That's the whole list. That's the whole list.
That's fair. That's fair. And maybe it is Bayo, to be honest. I don't know.
I'm saying it's clearly the third starter on the team.
Well, if there were to be anyone to challenge, that is just correct. Like Bayo would be the guy to challenge for it. But I think the more the season goes on, the more we see of Hunter Dobbins, I think the clearer it will become that like this guy's getting a playoff start if the Red Sox make the playoffs, you know?
Yeah.
Just want to shout him out.
He's been awesome.
The only bad start he's had is when they were ping-ponging him back and forth and he was thrown off of his start cadence.
Yeah.
And that wasn't even that was the Clemens homer, right?
No, like he gave up a home run to Bronny James, so like that is held against him.
Bronny James?
No, that did suck, but he was cruising for most of that start, so I don't even think that was all that bad.
Yeah, no, you're right. I know it was in a losing effort, but shout out to the Red Sox bullpen. Greg Weissert, Justin Wilson, Justin Slayton. Okay. Justin Slayton recorded 4 outs in this game. He hasn't struck out a batter since fucking the Vietnam War. That's concerning to me. I get, okay, you go out there. He did not allow a hit. He didn't allow a walk. Love to see that. A bit concerning that this guy out of nowhere went from electric shit where people were talking about he's going to be the closer of this team by Mother's Day. And now he can't strike out anybody. Does anyone have any thoughts on Justin Slayton? I know T would right now.
That's his guy. It's still, I'm pulling up his Savant page. I'm sure it's still, it's more blue on here than there was a few weeks ago. Fastball run value is still 90th percentile. Breaking run value, it's not great. It's icy blue. So that's not great. That would be his punch out pitch. Remember when he started throwing a curveball, everyone started shitting themselves? I don't know what happened to that. I know introducing a new pitch is hard. Giolito made it look pretty easy today. That's neither here nor there. He's just not striking anyone out. He's 8th in all of baseball, 8th percentile in K percentage. Ground ball percentage 3rd. So he's given up and he's just giving up fly balls, which will come back to bite you every now and then. His barrel's middle of the league. So it's kind of hit or miss. He's talked about executing on strikes 1 and 2, strike 3 he is not. So I don't know if it's as much of a stuff thing as much as it is a mental thing.
They need him badly too. I mean, he went all of April, gave up no runs, and yet we're only 12 days into May and we're like, who the hell is this guy? Like what are we gonna get with him? Which then, if you look at a lot of the bullpen, and Jerry, you've alluded to this before, but it's so every week you're going to have like different feelings on these guys. Like typically the best ones go months. And remember that Chris Martin season a couple years ago where it's like no one can touch this guy. But that's super rare. You're going to have a lot of ups, a lot of downs. But you thought he was going to be one of the cream of the crop guys in the pen. And when we were all saying he could be the closer, I don't think anyone was like pushing back on that. Like he easily could be the closer if Chapman got hurt. But yeah,
it was almost like the obvious take where like if people said that, it's like, oh yeah, you think you sound smart by saying Justin Slayton's gonna be the next closer. Like everyone knows that.
Almost just a waste of time throwing that out there. But even just from the mannerisms, like when he came into that Rays game and just started kind of looking a little crazy like a closer does and just hosing guys down, it's like, yeah, and that nasty 12-6 curve he had there, it's like, where is that guy? How did that guy already disappear that quick? So I think that's more, it's confusion over everything, but then again, this game's probably not the one to call out. He didn't give up any hits and went an inning in the 3rd.
his four-seamer last year had a put-away percentage of 23.1%. This year it's down to 8.7%. So I don't know if that's location. I've no idea. It's just not getting he's not able to put people away with that pitch like he was a year ago.
Sad. Anyways, Chappie got an inning in this one. Punched out
44.
2, didn't walk anyone, didn't give up a hit. People are still calling him this. I hate it, but shitlock. Third blown save. Third blown save already on the year. Only recorded 2 outs, gave up a hit, gave up a run, wasn't earned. Walked a guy, punched out 2. Bernardino got out in this one, and then Newcomb was from what I'm told, Newcomb was ready to rock in today's game, the Sunday game, just in case. I believe the leash for Giolito was short. If he came out of the gate throwing 90, 91 and it was slop, that we were going to see Newcomb relatively quick, because I have a feeling the Red Sox did not want to lose this series after all the drama, after having John Henry get on a bird. This series was very important to them. And this was not a situation where the Red Sox were going to let Giolito go out there and try and figure it out. It was, hey, we need to win this one today. So Newcomb got 1 out, but then ultimately was the losing pitcher in this game.
Largely on Wong.
It's always on Wong. The middle game, shocking shit. Cole Ragans is what would you say, Coley? Top 3 pitcher in the league? The American League?
American League, yeah, I think that's probably fair. Top 5.
Top 5. Okay. Well, 7 hits, 4 earned runs. He did walk a couple, still punched out 8. But the Red Sox got to Cole Ragans in a game that Garrett Crochet said, fellas, jump on my dick and I'm going to take you to the promised land. 7 innings, 1 earned run, just 1 walk, 9 strikeouts. And you bet your ass I'm going to play that call from Mike Monaco.
Oh, you have to.
Oh, baby.
Incredible
do you have
call.
to.
Oh, this call makes you go,
Crochet v. Witt. 1-2. Swing and a miss. Strike 3 on 98.
I mean, Mike Monaco just giving it to us. Exactly what we want. The game, not really on the line. It was a 7-1 ball game. It was more just like an emphasis. Bases juice, Bobby Witt at the dish in Kansas City. And it's 2 outs, 1-2 count. And Garrett Crochet is at how many pitches at this point?
At
Like
102?
Yeah.
105.
Wait,
like
probably finished with 105. Oh, say, so the last one was 105th pitch?
106 was his last pitch.
All right. He was at 120.
Huh?
I got 132.
No, we're just going to keep climbing up. He was at 150 pitches and he struck out Bobby Witt Jr.
This was his 106th and final pitch of his outing. It was the fastest pitch that he's thrown this year.
I think the fastest was to Jonathan India because I was a little confused by that. I think it was like a 0.7 faster. But we're going to go with this was the fastest pitch because it's
This
better
was
for the
the
story.
fastest pitch that he's thrown this year.
Anyone's thrown ever in the history of arms.
98 on the gun. It wasn't a strike if Witt laid off. It was a heater up. It was super enticing. He swung at it. He missed. And Garrett Crochet pumps his fist walking off the mound. That was a put a fucking, what's that called?
Dick in your asshole.
Type of pitch.
Yeah, that was a put a dick in your ass type pitch that he threw.
That's what Cora said in the postgame. I was like,
Yeah.
All right.
Yeah, like, that was buttfuck city right there. I like that.
He completely fucked him with that pitch. Just right in his butt.
Yeah.
Was
Put
that
a star
vaginal
next to it.
penetration? No.
No. Backdoor pounding.
No,
Garrett
yeah.
Crochet,
This
strike
was
three.
dick to butt. Put a star next to it. You're gonna want to revisit that during the World Series DVD. That was not the ball game, but it was definitely a highlight for sure.
Isn't it great when an at bat like that happens? Like when it's coming up and you see it.
Why'd you say it like that?
What did I say?
Why'd you say it? You said when an at bat.
Okay, I probably said it weird. Yeah, I talk weird sometimes. Isn't it weird when an at bat like that happens and you're going into it? Mikey Monaco, by the way, obviously we love Monaco. Yeah. Not only was the call great, but the buildup was great. He was like, now this is what you want. You want Garrett Crochet against Bobby Witt. Best against best. This is the spot. Right. I leaned up in my chair, Jerry. I had got this little recliner thing going on.
Show me.
I was like this, right? I'm just kind of chilling, whatever. And then that at bat happened. I leaned up.
Oh,
I leaned up to watch that at AB, and then sure enough, I was watching that at bat.
Yeah,
gets him to 2 strikes, gasses him down. That's why you have Garrett Crochet. Jared.
Gasses him down, not up.
No, gasses him
down. Okay,
100%. Yep, that's why you have him on this team. That at bat was one of the ABs of the year, and a great yell too. By the way, let me just add this real quick.
Yeah.
I know I get on T sometimes for tweeting literally everything. It felt weird this series not having T on Twitter. It felt very weird because a moment like that happened.
I know that like some people are like, oh man, you got to enjoy that trip, and it's like, yeah, I'm sure he's enjoying it, but he's not like voluntarily off of his phone. He smashed his phone.
Yeah, it seems like this is like I'm in Vegas and I'm just like off the clock type of thing. But it's funny that T described it as that somehow my phone smashed in a million pieces. I'm like, you should probably know how that happened. That shouldn't be super surprising. But no, what an at bat, dude. That was
what an at bat.
It was what an at bat.
Yeah,
what an AB there. Not even an AB. I mean, just what an
AB.
K. Yeah. What an AB by Garrett Crochet, which doesn't even make any sense because it's not an at-bat. Like, it was a Bobby Witt at-bat. But he was incredible. And what do you expect? You expected that, right? Don't you expect him to get the strikeout there? I did. I expected him to get the K.
Yeah.
Well, Witt didn't have a great series either. It's not like he was mashing the ball this series, even though he's having a good season.
Yeah.
Garrett Crochet, and not even just from like a presence standpoint, I'm like, yeah, no, he knows that this moment's big. He knows it's his last batter. And he knows he wants to be able to yell coming off the mound. And he's Garrett Crochet, so he does all those things. He checks all those boxes. And then ends the start that way and then gets to be the funny dugout guy for the next 5 days.
I love the funny dugout guy, Garrett Crochet.
Never thought we were getting that, but he is, again, first place and dugout guy this year.
Yep. This game was the Rafael Devers fuck you game. 4 for 4 with a walk. On base 5 times, drove in 3 runs for the Boston Red Sox in this particular contest. I know he had an RBI double to get the Red Sox on the board to start this game. Ceddanne Rafaela looking good. Jarren Duran driving in a run in this one. Fucking Raffy had 3 separate hits that drove in runs? Because he had an RBI knock. I believe that was in what fucking inning was that in?
It was in one of them, either 1 through 9.
It was definitely in 1 through 9. Breggy, RBI knock, and then TS10 said, you know what? There's 2 guys on. You know what I'm about to do. You know what I'm about to do. He's the king of the 3-run tink. So what do you do, Coley? What'd your guy TS10 do in that at bat?
You want boom sauce?
Absolute boom sauce. 101.1 exit velo, 400 feet, and then for good measure, the captain, Carlos Narvaez, hit his 4th home run. To deep center. This one obviously was hit way harder, 105.8 miles per hour off the bat.
Can I say something real quick on that, Jerry?
Yeah.
This might sound a little crazy too, but it hit me when I saw that ding dong and the one I believe in Toronto. Carlos Narvaez has a sexy home run swing. He's got like a Manny-esque home run swing.
All
Where
right.
obviously is no, I don't want to get crazy with it, but still, it's.
I was with you for a second.
You were on board. That's why I led with like I don't want to get too crazy with it. We'll take away the Manny thing. It's an incredible home run swing, and when he gets it, he knows he gets it. That normally doesn't happen from your catcher.
It looks nothing like Manny's.
It doesn't
home run
look
swing.
like it. I'm just saying it's a how do I describe it? Similar oomph. It's like a similar similar at bat.
At bat,
where
like when
you know,
he gets
like
it, he knows
where he knows
Yeah.
he's got it. Yeah, that's
Like
what I'm going for.
Like we don't need to switch to the camera. That's
No,
looking
exactly,
out
Jared.
to know
Jared,
that it's
that's
gone.
exactly
Yeah.
what I'm
That's
talking
what you
about.
meant. Yeah,
from his at bat. That's exactly what
like Raffy. Like Raffy's got that.
Yeah, but they're a little. I'm just saying from the right side of the plate. Like that's why bigger
Right side of the
dudes,
plate. Yeah,
smooth
yeah.
swing, knows when they
Yeah.
got it. So that's the similar DNA. But either way, it's like I was telling Alan Peralta today watching the game that his average, the best stat in baseball, batting average, is a little bit misleading. And then I'm like, wait a second, he's getting up there to like 250. Like he's been hot enough where his average is going to start going towards 260, 270. If he's in that zone, this is your everyday catcher. There's no question about it.
247 after
he's
today's
climbing the ranks. He was low twos earlier.
Yep. Red Sox win 10-1 in the middle game. So I want to say, correct me if I'm wrong. Is that 6 straight series the Red Sox have gone into the finale with ketchup
7
on the line? 7?
Oh, wait.
6.
I thought you were talking rubber match. 7 straight rubber match was Sunday. How
So,
crazy
yes,
is that, by the way?
Same thing. Same answer to the question.
No, because
I think it's since the White
like a
Sox
four-gamer,
series.
a 4-gamer maybe wouldn't be that, but
that wouldn't be a rubber match then.
Right. Since
Rubber
the
match
White
is
Sox
1-1
series
going into game 3.
yeah,
You can't have a rubber
I don't know
match.
why that put my brain in a pretzel. Yeah, your rubber match is a ketchup match.
Yeah. It's a catch-up match. Yeah.
Yeah.
Since the White Sox series, I believe every series has gone down to a catch-up match.
Yeah, 1-1 City.
Yep. That was no different in the finale today, where I had it on, and Giolito's first pitch, I believe, was 94, and I was like, okay, we're gonna be fine today. I really
At
that's
94,
how I felt.
you like that's all we needed.
Yeah. And I think if the first pitch of the game was 91, I would have been like, okay, nuke him, get hot. Like, I would have had no faith. But as the game went on with Giolito, like the first 2 innings, obviously he ended up pitching into the 7th and almost completed 7 innings of work there, 6 2/3 of 2 hits, 0 earned runs, punched out 5, only walked 1. If you were watching pitch by pitch his outing, he wasn't missing out over the plate. He was like everything was on the black, dotting it everywhere. And I want to say that he threw, like I saw him hit 96 a couple of times, and that's when like he was putting the ball in play. Like it was like 96 and like up and over, like a little bit above the strike zone, but I forget who the batter was, but yeah, the ball was put in play. But when he was throwing 94, he was just dotting the corners all day. It was a very satisfying start to watch.
I thought that 3rd inning was going to get ugly. I could have sworn that was going to be the beginning of like a 4 or 5 run inning. He fields that ball, and I was yelling 3rd too, so I can't even blame him for throwing it to 3rd. It was the wrong decision.
What did it
to
sound
go
like when you did that?
I was like 3rd. That's what I said. And
Where
my mom
were
was
you?
like, "What
Were
are
you home or?
Yeah, watching with mom and dad. Yeah. That's Mother's
You
Day.
guys didn't do brunch or nothing?
No, we did dinner.
Oh yeah, that's right. Yeah,
Mm-hmm. Yeah, Square Cafe in Hingham.
Shout out to
Actually, no, we went Cafe Tosca. But no, anyway, it was.
Forget where you went. It was just a couple hours ago.
Again, my brain's. I've been honest on the show. My memory's going. It's gone.
Yeah, I think it's that hat.
It's just killing my brain, man.
Yeah.
But no, that dribbler back to him, I honestly thought he should have gone to 3rd. But then whoever's on second base had wheels because he was by Bregman in 2 seconds. And for that inning to not blow up, I think says a lot about where Giolito's at right now. Then again, you don't want to make a huge thing out of the 3rd start. Like Bailey was saying before the game, there's a lot of time that he's missed, and obviously he needs time to get back to being normal. But 1st and 2nd after that, with no outs, you don't get any out on the bunt, and he still locks down, and that was the only run he gave up. Very impressive, Jerry. I again thought that was going to be the blow up inning. It wasn't. Great start today. He got into the 7th. That was awesome.
He's looked great in starts that he hasn't been soaking wet via hurricane.
His non-hurricane ERA. I'll get that for you.
Yeah, look up the non-hurricane ERA.
All right, the NHERA.
Yep. Get me that information.
He said he invented a slider in between the last start and this one. He said last shit is not getting it done. We gotta go to work. So he wasn't just sitting on his ass. He wasn't sitting next to Crochet making out, Stevie.
I just realized here.
Uh-oh.
And this has happened before. I want your thoughts on this, fellas.
Okay.
When you're the error, when you're the reason for the error, shouldn't that be an earned run? Because he had no earned runs today.
He had no earned runs today.
But he threw the ball past
error?
Bregman, and that's why the run scored.
No.
Shouldn't that be an earned run? It isn't,
Yes,
because
I
by the
agree.
rule, if
Yeah.
it's an error, it's not, and they count that for pitchers. But if the pitcher does it, that should probably be a earned run. Anyway, it's
I
going to be
agree.
better for the non-hurricane ERA, so I'll get that.
Yeah, let's get it. Let's get that information. Yeah, let's fucking get it a little faster. You know what I mean?
I'm so close to getting it.
Yeah.
While he's there, he threw that slider 22% of the time today.
So he was feeling it.
The second most used pitch, Steve.
Mm-hmm.
2.13 non-hurricane ERA this season for Lucas Giolito.
Okay. So sounds like some people need to shut the fuck up. You know? That's yeah. I'm happy. If Lucas Giolito is your number 5, you're in a great spot.
Oh, you're awesome.
You're in a
Yeah,
great
he doesn't
spot.
need to deal like this. He just can't be last start either.
I would
Somewhere
prefer
in
if
the
he
middle.
did this though.
Sure, no, that I mean,
This is
he's
way
gonna win
cooler
Cy
than
Young
last
if he
start.
does
Yeah.
this.
Yeah.
But 88 pitches wasn't like a laboring 88 either. Like
Smooth.
I was
88.
a little surprised score came out for him. It wasn't like the top of the order was coming out. He just punched out.
Corey doesn't
McHale.
want these guys to finish innings. I've noticed that. There's a lot of 4 2/3, 5 2/3, 6 2/3. Like, you're not getting that third out, buddy. Unless you're Crochet. I'll leave you out there forever. But everybody else is getting pulled.
Yeah, it was, but he said I can't. 2-pitch guy isn't going to get it done at this level. What is interesting is since he broke out that slider, he only threw it to righties. Against lefties, he did bust out the old curveball, the old Uncle Charlie, threw that 10% of the time. So he went from a 2-pitch guy to a 4-pitch guy like that. After not pitching for over a year in between starts, it was like, what if I just double my amount of pitches I throw?
Hell yeah. That's what you gotta
Love it.
do though.
Yeah, definitely.
You can't be fastball changeup guy, especially if you're throwing 91 and there's not like a ton of discrepancy between your fastball and your changeup. You're gonna get your tits lit. I love that saying.
And you said
That's a
his
good one.
Yeah.
you said his first pitch was 94. He averaged 94 throughout, topped out at 96.1.
Yep.
On the 4-seamer.
He could
Yep,
feel the
love that.
ball. That helps.
Fuck yeah, dude. Yeah, this one was if you look back on the season so far, you could really pinpoint Willier, Raffy, and Bregman being the only guys that have helped you win baseball games. This game was no different. Willier in the 4th inning hit a mammo, 430 feet, 108 off the bat. And then our young son, Raffy, on his pissed off Raffy, fuck you, Craig tour. Fuck the GM. He's not even going to say his name. Fuck the GM.
Has
tour.
no idea what it is.
No idea what his name is. That shit bum reliever from 2013, he said.
Was Breslow at all the games, or was it just Friday?
I don't know.
Because I'm just thinking, if he was up in some box and Raffy was just flipping him off, rounding the bases, that would have been
Yeah.
hilarious. He would have done it if he knew where that fucking GM was.
You know how like when people die and they put like their initials on the hat? Like if Raffy just put like FCB on his hat.
I think he'd do it.
Or just
if he
like,
knows that's
no,
his name.
if he put like FGM on his hat.
FGM. GM's better.
Yeah,
If he
FGM
put-
on his hat.
Like, if he put his birth date, but also if he put like May 17th, 2025. Like if he was like, he's got a week left. Like
Yeah. Yeah. I'm going to suggest that to him. See if
Shout
he's
out
up to it.
We don't leak a lot of what happens in the scoop shop. I think this will be okay. Shout out Will Fleming. After
nailed
Raffy,
it.
After Raffy, what did he strike out his previous at bat? He got out his previous at bat.
Yeah,
said
he
he's
flew
taking
out
this-
to center, yeah.
He said he's putting this next one into the fountain, and boy, did he.
Yeah.
I wish he
Sixth
did. But yeah,
inning.
that was a great call.
1-1 ball game in the sixth. Raffy, 440 feet to dead center, 110 off the bat. And that's all the Red Sox needed, and that's all they would receive and both need in this game. It's a 3-1 win for the Sox, and Justin Wilson just continues to chug along with like no respect at all. Like, I feel like when Justin Wilson's on the mound, Red Sox Twitter is like, oh God, this fucking bum. He's been lights out. He had another. He got the hold, 1 inning of work, punched out 2. Weissert gotten out for you to pass the torch to Chappie, who this one got a little bit too close for comfort, and it was because of Hammy, my guy David Hamilton. I mean, I know I said at the beginning of the year that we won't allow David Hamilton slander on the pod, but that's it. I mean,
he wants the slander at this point. It's crazy.
Yeah, like you gotta make that play. Like that's not like, yeah, man, you'll get him next time. And it was more like, what the fuck are you doing, man? Like, we've got a 2-run lead. You brought the winning run to the plate at the time. And thank God Chappie held it down. His 6th save of the year. Very rare that you see a Chappie outing with at least 1 strikeout. Yeah, no strikeouts in this one. Things got a little hairy there in the 9th. Didn't need to be. Didn't have to be that way. I was honestly, I forget who was at the plate. Someone fucking hit the ball down the line. It almost was. That would have been like a 2-run.
That would have tied it.
Yeah. Yeah, that was almost real bad. And like, was I threatening self-harm at the time? Yeah, I was.
Mm-hmm.
I was. I said, if that ball is fair, I'm going down. I'm taking you guys with me. Ball is foul. Everyone's fine.
You just hose everybody on Mother's Day. Well, I mean, what am I going to do? Like, David Hamilton messed up in the field. I got to take you guys with me.
Yeah. It's tied in the 9th. I didn't even lose. I'm just,
it had the look like we've seen a lot, over the years where you check the highlight out afterwards. And I watch these on YouTube all the time now. And that David Hamilton error is the classic, like, oh, and this is where things shifted. Like, watching it live, it felt like that was going to be the moment where the series fell apart, where the Red Sox fell apart. And luckily it doesn't happen. But dude, these are just routine plays. Like, there was a great snag by Story. I think it was today. Sometimes I blend the games. I think it was in the finale. Jumps up and gets it. That's another ball David Hamilton would not get if he was playing short. Obviously, he's even worse at shortstop. But I know this is difficult. And the reason he's in there over Campbell is to try to get him some time. I get that it's hard to get any momentum when you're the utility guy. But to be in the majors, this is what he has to do. He has to be the utility guy. So, like, there's no excuses, man. Seeing the replay on that, it's like, God, that was even easier than I thought live. Like, that's a routine play at second base in a big spot with the series on the line. You're trying to stack these series wins up. Simply can't have that error, but 44 shut the door.
He did shut the door. He's done a phenomenal job.
He's got a 188.
Yeah, he's done a phenomenal job. Red Sox win 3-1. Yeah. I think the conversation prior to today, obviously, because Raffy hit the game-winning homer and pretty much, yeah, he was the Red Sox this weekend. There was consideration. Actually, you know what? I'm not even going to say it. I'm not even going to say it.
Don't say
I'm not even going to say it. Not going to say it. I'm not going to say it. Because we're going to wait. There's a whole segment just for this conversation.
Perfect.
But it starts with ethos. Right, Steve?
Yes.
Yes. It does.
That is so correct, Jared.
Yep. Mm-hmm.
A lot of us know that we need life insurance to protect our family's financial future if anything were to happen to us. And one of the biggest excuses for putting it off might be that you think it's too expensive. Well, don't be stupid, dude, because Forbes released a study in March of 2025, that's this year, that said over half of Americans don't have life insurance because they think it's too expensive. According to an April 2024 study, people are overestimating the cost of life insurance by 3x. But with Ethos, you can get affordable life insurance easily online. Life insurance is more affordable than you think. With Ethos, you can get a free quote and customize a rate that fits your budget. You can get up to $3 million in coverage. Some policies as low as $2 a day. Billed monthly. Lock in your rate today since premiums can go up as you age. As of March 2025, Business Insider named Ethos the #1 no medical exam instant life insurance provider. 3 million families have completed their applications and trusted Ethos to help find the right coverage. Ethos has 4.8 out of 5 stars on Trustpilot with over 2,400 reviews. Folks, that is a lot of reviews. Protect your family with life insurance from Ethos. Get your free quote today at ethos.com/section10. That is ethos.com/section10.
Shout out to Alex Bregman for rocking that Ethos award, by the way.
He's been loving that trophy, by the way. He's stuck on like whether to sell it. And I don't think you can. I think Ethos said you can't sell it.
Yeah, there's like a part of like a contract in order to receive the trophy, you have to agree not to resell for 5 years.
Right. So like in 2030, I think you can get the 88 million.
Well, I mean, it might be worth more than that by then.
True. It's a good point.
Yeah. Oh. Clark's Ketchup Series MVP brought to you by Clark's Ketchup. Drizzle that ketchup, and man, what an appropriate winner this is probably going to be. Just looking at the writing on the wall here. People on Twitter, Section 10 listeners, were already celebrating this victory. They thought it's a foregone conclusion. And so we're gonna have to find out. We're gonna have to find out ourselves who that winner is. First vote for Clark's Ketchup Series MVP belongs to the McMahon.
I feel like there are some pretty big packets here. Garrett Crochet doing what aces do in game 2 after you so thoroughly blow game 1. And to what Jared said earlier, this did not feel like a foregone conclusion that the Red Sox were just going to bounce back after everything, all the shit going on around them. That was an ace performance, a thing we haven't really seen since 2018, 2019. Like, we just haven't had that guy in over a half decade that can come up, step in, and be like, hey, this shit ends today. And I want to give another big packet to Giolito, because we're not even talking Ketchup if he doesn't turn back the clock and say, hey, I've also been a guy who's received Cy Young votes. Hey, I've also been an ace. So huge packets for those fellas, but this is, I mean, come on, 583 with a 1560 OPS, 7 hits, 6 ribs, 2 walks, a double, 7,000-foot home run. Every RBI, excuse me, that's wrong. Every game, the go-ahead RBI, it's Rafael Devers by so much it's not even. Anyone who votes anything else is an asshole.
That's correct. Steven?
Yes, gonna echo what Coley said there. Gonna give out a packet to Cedar Rafaela, who is, like Coley mentioned earlier, been very consistent as of late. I think he understands the position he's in, even though he's gotten paid. There are some folks knocking on the door, specifically one guy that is the best prospect in baseball. But Cedon has been really good catch in this series, too, which he just does in his sleep at this point. Packet to Carlos Narvaez, by the way, and massive homer, almost made one of the best catches a catcher has ever made. I wish he held on to that ball. He's athletic back there. We've heard the pitchers only compliment him to the highest regard, so that's been beautiful to see. But yeah, this guy is on pace for 119 RBIs. That would be a career high. He put up Barry Bonds numbers this weekend. His pink bat tink was the difference in the series finale. He wants Craig Breslow dead. My Clark's Ketchup Series MVP for this series is Rafael Devers.
Thank you. Yeah, I agree with everything the boy said. Packet absolutely has to go to Giolito. Absolutely has to go to Garrett Crochet. A packet to the bullpen. This is a series that the Red Sox were able to keep the Royals almost entirely off the board here. Very, very low run scoring totals for the Kansas City Royals in this series. So it goes beyond just the starters. And even, like I said, I mentioned earlier, the 2-1 loss in the series opener. You play a 12-inning ball game, and they only scored 2 runs. And so that was a big kudos to the bullpen. I think that their efforts should still be commended even in the loss. So a packet to the bullpen. Packet to Craig Breslow for pissing off Raffy so much that he had the anger to propel the Red Sox to a victory almost single-handedly. Should have been a sweep. Another series where we could look back on and be like, yeah, the Red Sox should have swept that one. They've had plenty in the early going series where they either lost the series or only took 2 out of 3, but should have swept. This was another one to add onto the pile. But yes, Rafael Devers offensively, as he is only able to contribute, is offensively single-handedly or almost single-handedly delivered a victory for the Boston Red Sox in the series. So my vote for Clark's Ketchup Series MVP belongs to Rafael Devers. And now to the panel, as always, kicking us off is Hogdale.
Let's go, Hog.
Boys! We're back. And we're fucking hyped up. The Sox have done it again. Another series. Another catch-up vote. They get it done. They take 2 of 3 here against these fuck-ass Kansas City Royals.
Oh.
And gentlemen, listen, a couple guys get packets for me. Wilyer Abreu, I'm jumping right into it. Wilyer Abreu gets one. I thought he was very good today. Had the home run. Again, he just continues to show that, maybe he's just this good, man. I don't know. I think at this point, including Wilyer and trade packages seems almost asinine. I can't imagine us trading this guy. So he gets a packet. Other major packets. Garrett Crochet. Dude, Crochet did maybe my favorite thing that a pitcher can do, which is he's in a clutch situation, 7th inning, and he just does the thing where hey, I'm going to throw my fastball as hard as I fucking can, and I dare you to hit it. And guess what? Bobby Witt Jr. couldn't hit it. Fucking sit down, bitch. But hey, it was hype. But Crochet doesn't get my catch-up either. My Clark's Catch-Up Series MVP vote goes to the man who got on base 5 times in Game 2, who hit a home run 4-4 to dead center today. The guy who I was told he doesn't care about the team. He's a selfish fuck. He's lazy. You can't win with him. It's Rafael Devers. This man has had a fucking 950 OPS since his first 5 bad games to start the season. Since then, he has been unbelievable. He's walking more than he's ever been before. He's still hitting the ball as hard as any player in this fucking league can do it. No one deserves the catch-up more this series than Rafael fucking Devers, boys. Let's go. Let's fucking go.
Let's go, Hogdale. God damn. Fire me up. Love that. On to the panel we go. Again, this is we've got a 4 banger coming for the finale. TC, Devers. Jamai, Despite all the adversity, it's Raffy Devers for me. Lou Merlone, Raffy 2 scoops, John Henry motivational speaker with the packet. And I believe that brings us to the audio submission, right?
It should, yeah.
Sounds right.
Let me make sure I got everyone. That is, we got Loomer, we got Hogdale, we got TC, OB, no submission, we got Jamai. All right, so here it is.
Thinking of you's working up my appetite. Looking forward to a little afternoon delight. Rubbing sticks and stones together, make the sparks ignite. And the thought of loving you is getting so exciting. Skyrockets in flight. Woo! Delight. Woo!
You guys really have it.
Afternoon delight.
Woo! Woo fucking whoa, gentlemen. Man alive, we've got the full chorus. I'm not Ron Burgundy. I am Will Fleming. I'm with Lenny DiNardo, Will Middlebrooks, and Mike Monaco. Fucking skyrockets in the motherfucking night. The Red Sox win 2 out of 3. And listen, I've heard too much from Lenny. He's benched me like 700 times in the booth. I'm going to start with you, Brooksy. Look, with the way this weekend started, owner comes to town, so much drama. That was as cool a turnaround and as impressive a weekend as you could have.
I want to see first things first. Hats off to veteran leadership in the clubhouse for kind of putting out the fire. You know, not letting this thing rot this team from the inside out, which situations like this kind of can sometimes. So hats off Alex Bregman, Trevor Story, whoever else played into that. But Crochet was a dog. Needed him. He's a stopper. Saved the bullpen. Giolito was phenomenal today. I think that was huge for him going forward.
Mike, what's more important? The fact that I have Sex Panther cologne on, or that Raffy just destroyed this Royals pitching staff?
So that's the backstory is you have not like rally Sex Panther cologne, but that is why we're singing from Anchorman. That was the key here.
It smells like Bigfoot's dick.
And also, by the way, Lenny, I want you to know this is what we call a podcast. I know you're new to Uber as of this road trip. First time Uber user. This is called a podcast.
Once you get Wi-Fi, you can download this.
Leonard?
Listen, we all love this game, but make no mistake, it's the pattern on the pants. It's the pleats. It's the pleats, okay?
This series, Lenny, was not a turd wrapped in hair at all, was it?
No chance. They lost the first game, complete turnaround. This is what the Red Sox do, though. If they lose game 1, they go out and they take game 2 and game 3. Great job. And I got to say, Aroldis Chapman came back from a second base error, went out there and put the fire out. Outstanding job pounding the strike zone.
You know, I came into today thinking that we might have some drama at the end of this day because it's become a thing. We break these ties. It seems to be pretty even. And I thought today, Mike, that I was going to be drizzling ketchup, as awkward as this sounds, all over the owner, John Henry, because what he did to show up today in this series, in this weekend, I just thought it changed so much. And for all the talk in this market of how he doesn't care, he's not engaged, I thought that the statement that he made this weekend, showing up, who knows what was said, how it was received, but you can't deny that it changed a lot.
It did. I mean, just look at what Raffy did Saturday, 4 for 4 plus a walk. Today, he hits one to Narnia, like 440 feet, absolutely demolished. From San Diego, by the way. It was a great button to push. Like, you walked in right before John Henry, Sam Kennedy, and Craig Breslow hopped out of an SUV, and we knew stuff was going on. And we were standing down in the dugout, kind of waiting for it all to unfold. And what a response from Raffy and from the Red Sox.
Yeah, so I don't care if you ever play defense again, if you're going to go 4 for 4, big homer, 440-foot homer to dead center. Leave your glove alone. I don't care at this point if you're going to hit like that. That's why you get paid. I think we still eventually see him with a first base mitt at some point. But for him to put that aside and show out like he did, that was impressive.
You know, I said that to Lenny. He was like doing bicep curls in the 8th inning. And it occurred to me as he was like just slamming beef sticks and squatting and doing military press.
Chewbacca.
Lenny, let's hear Chewbacca one time. Oh my God. Pretty sick. Apparently the Yoda's better. We're going to get to that eventually. But I said that in the 8th inning. Like, I've been firmly in the camp that he should have handled it better. He should have communicated it better. He needs to be willing to do what this team needs. However, in all caps, like if he's going to be this dude and his mindset is this, Mike, leave him alone. If he's going to hit like this, don't mess with him.
Really, the only thing that matters is his bat. Yes, it makes for better roster flexibility if he's playing at first base. Like, there's no doubting that. But that's what Will said. Like, he's paid to hit. And I guess Will Middlebrooks, I should specify. He's paid to hit, and Raffy did, and it was massive.
So this one, it might have been John, it might have been Cedon, it might have been Chapman, it might have been Abreu. There were a lot of people in this series. We don't need to go around and pick ketchup. We know who it is. But I want you guys to at least one big packet to one person. I want you to pick somebody different, all three of you. We're going to capitalize this. It's going to be Raffy. We know he's the Clark's Ketchup MVP, but Mike, I'm starting with you. Who gets the biggest non-Raffy packet?
Garrett Crochet.
Yep.
Like, starting pitching was awesome this weekend, and that's what aces do. Like we said it during the broadcast. Cora said it after the game. That's what your ace is supposed to do. And when it gets a little wobbly 7-1 and there's traffic and Bobby Witt's at the plate and you blow 98 up the ladder, that is stinky. I mean, that is great.
Well, if you're going to go Crochet, then I'll go Giolito because he backed it right up when he needed a bounce back outing. He needed to find a third pitch, and he did. It was really good. Whether he changed it to a cutter or whatever, a bullet slider, whatever it was, it worked, and he hasn't had that pitch. So I'll go Giolito as the backup MVP since Devers won.
Lenny?
Listen, we were all in a glass cage of emotion after Casas went down. But when you go out there and you win 2 out of 3 games on the road, listen, it's science. It's science. You go out there, that's the formula to go out there and win playoff baseball. So listen, I'm not gonna pick one person. I'm gonna say the offensive approach, not striking out, moving guys over, not leaving guys on base, being able to move guys over when it counts. That's what you're looking for. And I'm going to see a lot more of that to come.
Well, my packet is Carlos motherfucking Narvaez, because this dude should be the catcher 5 days out of the week. This is not a knock on Connor Wong. He's emerged. The bat is awesome. The defense is off the charts. However, in a week, in a series that was defined by him, I think it's an awesome response. The Clark's Ketchup Series MVP is Raffy motherfucking Devers.
Raffy Devers, your Clark's Ketchup Series MVP for the 2 out of 3 series victory in Kansas City. We knew going in who was going to be the asshole, who was going to be the guy that didn't vote for Raffy. Nobody. It was nobody. Raffy, unanimous. Is this his second, Steve?
For Rafael Devers, this is surprisingly, and let me just make sure I don't get this wrong, this is surprisingly his first Clark's Ketchup Series MVP of the season.
Wow.
Yeah, very surprising. He joins the 1 MVP club that has Jarren Duran, Trevor Story, Wilyer Abreu, and Garrett Crochet. Alex Bregman is in first with 2.
Wow, I didn't think Raffy didn't have one yet. I thought for sure he had at least one.
I know, would have assumed. But
dang.
There's been a lot of obvious ones so far, right? Like there's been pretty clear MVPs. I think last week wasn't, and then Will, per usual, still got it right anyway. But obviously Devers deserved this one, and I gotta say that was pretty awesome. We just had both guys on the TV broadcast and both on the radio just hanging out, giving out ketchup. That's pretty cool.
Yeah. That's pretty cool. That's probably the first time that's happened.
It is
big time.
That's some ketchup history right there.
Yeah, that's got to be the first time because Obi has never done a voice submission to my knowledge. I don't think he has.
No, he's got something else to do.
That's right.
When I go to Stop and Shop, I can cross off everything that's on my list.
Tactical move incoming!
Stop and Shop. Look ahead. Stop and Shop.
Fuck yeah, fuck yeah.
Look ahead. Red Sox win, leave them dead. Red Sox win, I'm seeing red. Stop and Shop, we look ahead. Red Sox win, leave them dead. Red Sox win, I'm seeing red. Stop and Shop, we look ahead.
Fuck yeah, fuck yeah. what's better than having a Stop and Shop, getting it done for all of you.
Damn, that's Stop and Shop Look Ahead, brought to you by Stop and Shop. Head on down to Stop and Shop right now. Use a promo code Section 10. You get 10 cents off your tangerines when you buy at least 5 pounds of tangerines only at Stop and Shop. Shit. It's the Detroit Tigers. They're a really good baseball team. I'll give them that. The Detroit Tigers, entering this series, hold a record of 26-15. They are first place in the American League Central. They're 26 wins, the most in the AL. Tied with the Mets for the second most wins in Major League Baseball. They have a plus 72 run differential, so they are for real, just like the Yankees, plus 75. Red Sox, aforementioned, plus 29. So the Red Sox got their work cut out for them because, they do see Tarek Skubal in this series. We were kind of counting up the days, being like, are they going to miss him? Are they going to get him? They're not missing him. It's Tanner Houck versus Jackson Jobe. It's Brian Bayo. Is it Keiter?
I think it's Kiter Montero.
Kiter Montero. Hunter Dobbins versus Tarek Skubal in the finale. God damn, that's going to be a fun game.
Couple aces.
Couple of fucking studs going head-to-head in that one. Game 1, Tanner Houck 0-2, a 6.10 ERA, a 150 whip, and a 7 strikeouts per 9. I mean, those numbers sound like shit, but he's been much better lately. Two of the biggest factors in Houck having his best season in 2024 was his walk rate, dropping a full walk per 9 and cutting his home run numbers in half. He's given up more homers, but the walks are kind of similar. The 1.7 home runs per 9 is the worst mark of his career. The velo is picking back up, though, which has helped his sinker. First 3 starts had averaged under 94, and hitters were 5 for 17. The last 2 starts have been over 95, and hitters are 4 for 25. So there you go. The Red Sox are only 2-6 when he pitches, but also only average 3.33 runs per game in support of him. They are 2-0 when scoring 5+ runs, 0-6 elsewise. Jackson Jobe, 2-0, a 4.88 ERA, a 148 whip, and a 6.5 strikeouts per 9, the number 4 prospect in baseball. He's got a big old fastball and a wicked slider. His 4-seam averages 96.6 miles per hour, and his sinker is 95.6. His slider is his number 1 pitch in terms of usage. And hitters have a 217 batting average against, 27% whiff rate. Started the season strong, 270 ERA, 630 OPS over his first 4 starts in 20 innings. His past 2 starts have been a struggle. 7 2/3, 3 bombs allowed, 10.57 ERA, and a 10.54 OPS. So this could be encouraging for the Red Sox. He's got a big-time walk issue with 15 already in just 27 2/3 innings. Tigers are 6-0 when he starts because they score a fuck ton of runs for him. 6.6 runs per game in support of Jackson Jobe. Brian Bayo, 2-0, a 2.01 ERA and a 134 whip and a 5.2 strikeouts per 9. Is a 134 whip and a 5.58 FIP sustainable for his 2.01 ERA? Probably not, but it's been fun to watch so far. In his 4 starts, he has allowed 32 base runners and only 5 have crossed home plate. The whiff percentage, a little bit worrisome. He was in the 53rd percentile a season ago and now is just in the 16th. For just the first time in his career, his sinker isn't getting hit hard. 2024 was a 309 batting average against 440 slug. This year, 226 batting average against and a 290 slug. The Red Sox are fucking crushing the ball when he's on the mound. They are 4-0 and they score 8.7 runs per game. You want to talk run support? Brian Bayo, sign me up. Kiter Montero, 1-1. Kiter, 1-1, a 4.15 ERA, a 148 whip, and a 6.2 strikeouts per 9. How is this team so good? These guys don't fucking suck. He's another Tiger pitcher with walk issues. He's walking 4.2 batters per nine. Striking out 6.2 per nine. Like, that's not good either. He has multiple walks in 3 of his 4 starts. Tigers are 3-1 when he pitches because yet again they score over 6 runs. So it's their offense. Like, these guys aren't good. They score 6 runs a game when he pitches. The only time they've lost when he pitched was the only game they scored less than 6 runs. Okay. Like, what are we doing? Hunter Dobbins, 2-1, 2.78 ERA, a 1.19 whip, and a 7.5 strikeouts per nine. Great performance, as we highlighted, against Kansas City. 6 innings, 5 hits, 0 earned runs, no walks, 6 Ks. First game without allowing a run. The only flaw he has this year is against lefties. Lefties are hitting 308 against Hunter Dobbins with a 615 slug, so that's a 923 OPS. But against righties, 216 with a 553 OPS. He's been unbelievable at getting hitters to chase. 92nd percentile, limiting walks, 92nd percentile, and limiting barrels, 88th percentile. The Red Sox are 2-2 when he starts. In wins, 10 and 18 runs. In losses, 1 and 3 runs. Tarek Skubal, 4-2, a 2.08 ERA, a 0.88 whip, and an 11.3 strikeouts per nine. He led the American League in ERA plus, and FIP last year. All those numbers this year are better. He led Major League Baseball with 228 strikeouts last year. He is averaging 0.6 more strikeouts per nine than last year. His first 2 starts were essentially extended spring training, and then he turned it on after that. First 2 starts, 10 2/3, 5.91 ERA, 6.02 FIP. His next 6 starts, 37 innings, 0.97 ERA, 101 FIP, 424 OPS. He's fucking nasty. His changeup is the best in the sport. 156 batting average, 188 slug, 49% whiff rate. Run value of 7, ranked 13th on overall leaderboard, best of all changeups. Tied with Garrett Crochet's cutter and Chris Sale's slider. Guy's fucking nasty. That's going to be fun to watch. I hope he doesn't shove it up our ass too bad, but I am admittedly looking forward to that game. Love Tarek Skubal. Met him one time, long time ago. It was before he became Tarek Skubal. That must have been the off season going into the 22 season. Yeah. Super nice guy. Right. Super nice guy. But you know, he's one of those dudes where when he's on the mound, he's a motherfucker. So he's old school like that. So I'm going to enjoy that game very much. Again, that's Tanner Houck versus Jackson Jobe. That's Brian Bayo versus Keider Montero, and Hunter Dobbins versus Tarek Skubal. If that's a catch-up match, that's going to be fun to watch.
And if this season has shown us, it will be, because there's been 7 straight catch-up matches.
Okay, prediction time. Steven, what do you think?
Yeah, I know wins mean nothing anymore, but Tanner Houck is 8 starts in and is yet to be credited with a win, so it'd be cool if you started the series off with a W, especially knowing, like you mentioned, that you got to get Tarek Skubal in the series finale. Jarren Duran hitting 181 this month. Would love to have him flying around the bases, especially in a triples-friendly ballpark. Kauffman Stadium and Comerica Park have had the most triples of any AL parks over the last 3 years, so you're coming from a place where you can get triples. Here's another place where you can get triples. Let's see Tyler's nips this week. I would love that.
Wow.
If his phone is fixed, at least. You've already, plotted out here, very intrigued to see what that Hunter Dobbins, Tarek Skubal. That's my favorite matchup, I think, of the season so far. And I'm not sure. I don't know if this is correct, but we might be getting Sale Crochet on Friday. I don't know if that's exactly how it lines up, because that would then
if
take
that's
the
what
cake.
it is, I'm gonna I'm gonna cover myself in peanut butter.
That's what you're gonna do. It's gonna be a bunch of PB. Okay. Any J, just PB or
no
J?
PB. Yeah.
Okay.
No J. Yeah.
Dobbins, by the way, with a 1.7 ERS this year. Yes, for those keeping track at home, earned runs per start. He's been a huge reason why this team has a winning record and not what they call a losing record. I'm going to stay optimistic here and take the Red Sox winning 2 out of 3 and coming home 4-2 on this road trip with 2 series W's.
Shit. Wait, what'd you say? 2 out of 3?
2 out of 3. So you just said shit to nothing.
Shit.
I could have said anything and it would have got shit.
Shit. I'm just putting this out there. I'm going sweep.
Ooh.
I haven't done this at all this year.
Wow.
I don't think.
For who?
For the Sox.
Okay. All right.
Yeah, I'm going sweep. I think the Red Sox are going to play up to the competition. I think that they are feeling good coming off beating a good team. I think they've kind of, they're a little fed up with the outside noise.
The outside noise.
Outside.
Everything happened outside. We're fed up with it. Everything happened outside. I've had enough of that garbage outside. We're fed up.
Throw that rubbish in the bin.
Couldn't be more fed up with the outside noise.
Fed up with the outside noise, isn't it?
And it make you get all fed up.
So I'm going sweep.
Mm.
And the only reason why I jumped in is because I was nervous that Coley was going to feel the same. I was kind of smelling sweep from Coley, and I didn't want to piggyback. But I don't want to jump. I don't want to assume anything.
They got to be last place in sweeps, and they haven't gotten swept yet, but they've swept one team. So in terms of sweeps involved in, Sox have to be last. Yeah, the Cards.
I have to imagine the Rockies are in last. I just have to imagine they've got the least amount of
I think they're in first. It just sweeps involved in. Rockies got to be leading.
Sure. No doubt.
Sox they've been involved in one sweep total. That's got to be last place.
That's potential.
Cool.
I feel now obligated to go sweep. It's not how I feel, but now I feel like I've been built up to this man who stinks of sweep. I think I think I'm leading the charge in the predictions thus far. I got 2 out of 3 again on the nose this time out. I'm kind of just feeling the 2 out of 3. I agree with the outside noise part because they're coming home right after this and the noise will be loud. But Devers also said he's going to speak, or he may speak per Mexican times in Detroit. Does that send things the other way? Breggy also. This is going to be the most hostile crowd he's heard all season. Detroit thought he was coming all year.
Well, that's Ben Verlander's fault. He kept fucking every fucking day he was pumping that tire. I'm like, dude, he doesn't want to play for your dumb fucking team. He doesn't want to play there. That's his fault. They boo Ben Verlander for getting you excited about Bregman to Detroit. He never wanted to play.
Verlander sucks. Like start that chant or something.
Yeah. I'm picturing a Breggy bomb off of Scooble, and that place is just like they irate pandemonium for ketchup. So I'm gonna stick with 2 out of 3. Again, I feel pressured into going sweep, but I'm gonna.
What game do you have them losing?
Huh?
What game do you have them losing?
Whichever one is before, like Devers will speak after the loss and it'll make things feel worse.
Do we need him to speak on it on the Henry exchange? I don't think he needs to speak about that.
Unless he has a slur that he wants to throw at Breslow. I don't.
He's invented a new one.
Yeah.
If he's got some more shit for Breslow, then sure.
If there's a word in Dominican slang for like pencil neck geek, then I don't need to hear it. I don't need to hear anymore from either side. Like, let's just move forward.
Yeah.
At this point.
That's what I'm thinking.
play for. Well, I kind of. He does need to kind of say if he's going to play first, or someone needs to address whether or not there's resolution.
Can we bring back Pipsqueak as an insult? I feel like it's been lost over the years.
What if he starts calling him Four Eyes, despite the fact that we've never seen Craig Breslow in glasses?
Hit him with the
Look
L7
at Poindexter up there with the 4 eyes. Everyone's
Could
like,
you
what?
imagine if Raffy ended the conversation and be like, all right, whatever, you fucking pipsqueak. Like, I don't know. I feel like it's been lost to history at this point.
I mean, they're not the same. They're not like old school lockers, but if he physically stuffed Craig Breslow into a locker,
yeah,
that would make my day. I don't care what happens the rest of the season. I'd be pumped. I don't even hate Craig Breslow.
I don't either. I just like Raffy standing on business.
Yeah, very funny.
I'm just looking up nerd synonyms. I mean, dork's a good one. You got
it's overused.
Yeah, true.
Dweeb is good.
Yeah, dweeb's
dweeb
good.
Is solid. Weenie. If you called him an L7 weenie.
Yeah.
I don't know. Some of these suck though.
It depends on how you land the plane, but just a classic beat it geek is it's always gonna play.
Yeah.
Geek is tough.
Yeah, whatever you fucking geek.
Yeah, you kind of. I think fucking in front of geek is huge. I think that's
you
big
need the
for
fucking.
geek.
Yeah, you can't just hit him with.
At the end of the day, I'll play first. You fucking geek. Like if he said, if he said that and then just left, and Davison goes, "All right, so what he said."
He's thinking about it. He's definitely thinking about it.
So he said, "I'll play first base. You intellectual. I don't know. I don't know what to say. You smart man."
Best Buy really did a number for the word geek when Geek Squad came out, and like the olds actually needed them. They were
made
like,
them cool again.
All right.
What's the what's the Apple one? It's the Genius. Is it the Genius Bar?
Genius Bar.
Yeah, that
I thought
sucks.
it was the
Not
Geek
even
very
close.
humble.
Yeah,
Geek Squad's way better.
Geek Squad. Yeah, they took it back. They took the word back when they did that. Best Buy.
Just a quick Einstein really puts people in a pretzel because it's like, yeah, that guy was like the smartest, but it's that like your tone tells me you don't think I'm smart.
Right.
Ooh, doofus. Doofus is good. Egghead.
You gotta throw a fucking in front of doofus too. Like yeah.
He calls him a fucking doofus.
Yeah, let me go grab my glove out of the trash, you fucking doofus.
Yeah. I'll go get my glove, you fucking egghead.
Yeah.
He's just saying all those lines. Go, Davison, tell them. Tell them what I said.
Yeah. It's like, hey, Raffy, can we have a conversation real quick? Yeah, after I go take some grounders at first, you fucking doofus. It's like, all right, yeah, that plays.
Okay. Yeah, that's fun. That's all good.
Raffy said he would respond to John Henry after he finishes giving Craig Breslow a swirly.
Yeah. Yeah. If you want to go watch these games in Detroit, if you're living in the area, download the Game Time app. Game Time makes getting tickets even faster and easier. Prices on the Game Time app actually go down the closer that it gets the first pitch. They have killer last-minute deals, views from your seat, and their lowest price guarantee. I'll be using the Game Time app apparently because I got to get tickets for Steve on Friday.
Yeah, you were the one that
and
asked
I'm
me.
going Saturday too. I'm going Friday and Saturday.
Fenway, Jerry. Here we go.
Yeah. You know what's really cool is Train's youngest daughter. Her birthday is on the 15th, which I believe is Thursday. Yeah. And for her birthday, she wants to go to Fenway.
Ooh.
That's why we're going on Saturday.
There you go.
Who's gonna bring her? The super fan.
Super fan is in the building.
Oh yeah.
Of course this guy's going to multiple home games. He's been itching to go to the park. He's
No one
been
loves the
driving
Sox
by,
more.
honking his ass off.
Yeet. Yep. So that's exciting. that I didn't have to, she was like, what do I do for my birthday? I wasn't like, oh, we should go to Fenway.
Like, Fenway Park, go to Fenway. I don't know.
Yeah. SupaTime at Fenway. No, I didn't have to. That was her. She was just like, I want to go to Fenway. And I was like, okay.
Oh, do you now?
Okay. So I'll be there Friday and Saturday. So I need to get on the Game Time app to get tickets because I don't have tickets yet. Game Time has last minute deals. Save up to 60% off buying last minute tickets for sports, concerts, comedy, theater, and more. They've got zone deals. Save even more when you choose a section and you let Game Time choose the seats for you. Know your total up front with no surprise fees at checkout. Get a panoramic view from your seat in the app before you buy your tickets. The lowest price guarantee, or Game Time will credit you 110% of the difference. Your purchase is covered with the most flexible customer service policy in the ticketing industry today. Take the guesswork out of buying tickets with Game Time. Download the Game Time app, create an account, use the promo code SECTION10 for $20 off your first purchase. Again, terms apply. Create an account, use the promo code SECTION10, SECTION10 for $20 off. Download the Game Time app today. Last minute tickets, lowest price, guaranteed. So yeah, that's cool. I'm excited for that.
Game time.
Steve, what time is it?
Game time.
Oh yeah.
When I look ahead, and you wind up dead if you don't listen to what Steve says. Even then, you might still wind up dead. Caught in a tornado, get smoked by your neighbor's shed. When I look ahead, when I look ahead, Billy's gummy bears. Chew 'em with your mouth.
Weather look ahead, brought to you by Billy's Gummy Bears.
Chew them with your mouth.
You chew them with your damn mouth. The Red Sox take on the Detroit Tigers in a 3-game set in Michigan. Game 1, Monday, 6:40 p.m. Eastern. First pitch, 76 degrees.
What the fuck? In Detroit? What the hell is going on? This is back-to-back series with 76 degrees to start the fucking series?
Hey, I was stunned to say the least. I did a triple take. It is 76 degrees in game 1. It's not even like a super warm. It's a cloudy 76, which even stunned me more. 6% chance of rain, but it's not going to rain.
That's crazy.
Mile-an-hour winds. Game
Coley's
2.
still stunned. Look at Coley.
Oh, wow. And he's frozen. He can blink when he's frozen. Game 2,
he can't
Tuesday.
Believe it. He can't believe it.
6:40 p.m. Eastern, first pitch. This one's a little saucy. 69 degrees for game 2 in Detroit.
You know what?
Yeah.
You know what the crazy thing about 69 is?
What do you got?
I don't know. It's just...
You got nothing there? That's it?
No, it's true.
Yeah, I don't know. It's just, I don't know. There's a lot going on.
A lot of moving pieces.
There's a lot going on when it's,
Yep. Cloudy, 22% chance of rain, but should be fine. 10-mile-an-hour winds there in game 2. Game 3 series finale is Wednesday. As you've noticed, all these games start at 6:40 p.m. Eastern time. 72 degrees for that one. Mostly cloudy, 16% chance of rain, but you'll be fine. 9-mile-an-hour winds. So we're basically looking at between mid to upper 60s, mid 60s, to upper 70s. And it should be a pretty comfy series in Detroit. I was fully ready for this to be way worse weather-wise, but really not that bad. And that is your weather look ahead, brought to you by Billy's Gummy Bears. You chew them with your mouth.
Yeah, you really do. You really do. All right. All right. You guys got anything else?
Yeah, close.
What is it, Steve?
It is that we got Wally Week coming up.
I heard about this.
Mm-hmm. Wally Week coming up on Section 10. I will not add anything else. Just
will.
be
We
ready.
did a whole.
I'll say the whole fucking thing. I don't care. Do you want like the actual drop to be a little?
Yeah. But if
Okay.
anyone wants to know, DM me. I'll tell you everything.
But yeah, Wally Week's coming up for Section 10. Going to be all over the socials with our favorite mascot.
Yeah.
Jared will tell you literally every detail. You just got to
send it to you. I'll send it to you. I got the advanced thing.
Mm-hmm. Same.
Yeah. It's
really
gonna be
good.
fun. Yeah.
Mm.
Do we know when we're doing it? It's all week?
It's all week. Yeah, the first Wally Week thing drops on Tuesday because
So then
Mondays,
what the fuck?
Monday's
It's
show
Wally-
stuff. Monday's all show stuff.
Oh,
and then
all right,
Tuesday,
all right,
yeah, there you go.
All
There you
right. All right. That makes sense.
Yeah.
I hate that hat though.
Like, enough. It's a
wait,
good hat.
wait.
You're so in the minority.
Steve.
What?
What? All right. So we're going to the game on Friday, right?
Yeah, as friends.
What if I buy you a new hat? Will you throw that one in the trash?
No, I'm going to wear this all season because I love the hat.
Why?
Coley's a hat guy too. If you just asked him about his favorite hat, hey, will you just throw that out if I get you a new hat?
It's not
No.
your favorite hat. You just got.
Currently
you have no
it is. I said it's my
memories with
new
it.
favorite hat. That was the
but
tweet.
There's no sentimental value. Like you weren't like, oh my god, like I was wearing this hat when this happened. Like you didn't wear that hat for fucking
This is
anything
like-
besides pissing me off tonight.
Yeah, and this shouldn't piss you off. I would argue if you had given me a list of like, here's 50 potential things that are going to piss Jared off tonight.
That
the
hat's
last thing I would have had
number
is
one.
a Red Sox ice cream helmet hat. Like,
That
what
hat
the hell?
is number one.
You are unpredictable. Sometimes you're predictable, but sometimes you're unpredictable, which is
What
probably a
is
good
so
thing to be.
predictable about me, Steve?
I'm saying like what your reactions are going to be to things. Like
Predict
sometimes,
how many
like, yeah,
fingers
I
I have up. Predict how many
up
fingers
your
I
ass
have up.
right now.
How many fingers am I holding up right now?
How many fingers are crammed into my butthole right now? I bet you
Yeah.
can't guess it.
How many fingers do I have right now held up?
No, this is in the unpredictable bucket. I don't know.
How many fingers? It's very predictable.
How many fingers do you have up?
How many fingers do I have right now? How many am I holding up right now?
How many fingers do you have right now is a lot different than how many are you
How
holding
many
up. Which one
fingers
is it?
am I holding up right now?
5?
2 for that fucking hat.
That's so easy.
For that hat.
I'm not. This is we're
Sucks.
hour 3. I don't. Yeah, I have no idea at this
Sucks,
point. But
that hat.
it's a great hat.
I'm
Appreciate
sorry
it.
if
Appreciate the support.
if someone
People are gonna
like
disagree
that-
with you big time on this.
I don't. Oh no. Oh.
I'm not saying that as like that's gonna bug you. I'm just that's a fact.
Oh.
What's your reaction if someone tweets you like, "Hey, you're wrong about Steve's hat"?
Oh.
Oh shit! Damn. Oh.
Yeah. People were being mean to me yesterday. I
Yeah,
literally
you're
just got out
quote
of the
tweeting
shower.
people. You're like calling them fucking idiots and blaming their parents. Like things are getting things are getting aggressive out there. man.
I wish that like obviously tone is important. I wish like when I respond to people on Twitter,
Make videos.
people that's what I should do is because people think that I'm like actually mad. Like the way that I am that it sounds in my head is not how it comes off in a tweet.
No. People
Like, if I
then
call
use those
someone, like,
tweets
yeah, you
against you. I'm like, have you
fucking
known
idiot.
Jared ever? Like, this is clearly like a little. There's some sarcasm here.
It's not that it's sarcasm.
No, you're like
but,
serious, but you're not
I'm-
being like your
Yeah,
fucking
I'm not.
parents
I'm
are
not
idiots.
angry, being like, "God damn it!" But I'm like, I'm talking shit, but like, I'm like kind of like smirking while I'm doing it.
Hmm.
You know?
It's a specific thing, yeah.
Yeah, it's like it's fuck you, but I'm not actually like upset. I was fucking. I just got out. I was naked sending most of those tweets.
Oh, really?
Yeah,
do
blow
selfie
drying my
videos in the
hair.
nude and just see how that goes.
Talking balls all over the place. You know. So
If only that guy knew. And you're quote tweeting him, your dick's just flying around like
yeah,
crazy.
he was smirking like, oh, I got to him. He's probably sitting on his couch, rocking back and forth. Nope, dick and balls in a blow dryer.
Boom.
just doing my hair. That's what I was doing.
Just tweet that from now on. Just dick and balls.
Yeah.
If someone puts something dumb, quote tweet it. Dick and
Yeah.
balls, buddy. Dick and
My
balls.
new thing, my new thing. If someone's pissing me off, I call him Buddy Boy. Oh, they don't like
Ooh.
that. Yeah, you listen up, buddy boy. Actually, and then you mansplain them. Yeah, you ruffle their hair a little bit. They probably don't have much going on.
Listen here, Junior.
Yeah. What's up, buddy boy? They hate it. They do not like buddy boy, especially if they're like over the age of 40, which most of them are.
Those fucks.
Yeah.
I hit people with WA 17 H's all caps. Like,
Oh,
just
they
keep
don't like that
trying.
either.
I
They
do
don't like
WAN
that.
W-E a bunch of H's. That's interesting.
That's not how you spell it. So,
Yeah, it's not really a
like,
word.
wah, like you do it with an E.
Wah.
Oh,
I think
okay.
that's
All
a
right. That
E.
makes sense. Like, wah. Yeah.
Wah.
That's an E. Yeah. But like, wah is definitely an A.
Yeah,
But like,
wah.
wah.
Yeah, wah.
Yeah,
That's an A.
Wah.
But I go like wah.
Wah. Yeah.
That's an E.
Yeah. Yeah, it is.
Yeah.
Mm.
What's the A though? What's the A version? Yeah, that's an A. That was an A.
Yeah, that's
that was
an A. Yeah. Wah, 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 wah. Yeah.
That was 3 A's.
Yep. Call it.
Some breaking news coming across my desk. Not horn related. Nope.
Okay,
nope.
there you go.
Nope.
There you go.
Nope.
There you go. You're not like T.
Nope.
Yeah, there you go.
Henry Davis, Jack Leiter, Jackson Jobe, Colton Cowser, Jordan Lawler. Those are 5 of the top 6 picks of the 2021 draft.
So
Jordan
Meyer
Lawler
is the
was
only one
just
that's missing.
called up tonight to the Arizona Diamondbacks. So yeah, Meyer's the only one. Not because of play.
No.
Certainly not because of play.
No.
Not called up.
Some people are saying he's the best prospect in baseball right now.
Yeah, I mean, Pipeline. I lose it. Pipeline.
Some sackless geek out there is saying that he's the best prospect in baseball, but won't put his name on it.
Pipeline has Lawler number 4. That's behind Roman Anthony. People keeping track at home. And 4 spots ahead of Marcelo Meyer. Is Pipeline the end all be all? Of course not. But it's out there.
Mm.
The list that exists.
Yep. Some ballless dork is making profound statements about Marcelo Meyer, but won't say, I'm the one who said it. Kind of crazy. Like, is that out of fear of being ridiculed? Like, I don't know that anyone would be like, people would be excited. They'd be like, oh, sick. Like, Marcelo Meyer is much better than we thought. I already thought he was great.
Yeah, I don't. It feels like it's out of fear of being wrong. But
who cares?
Yeah,
there's the
whatever.
prospect game.
People are wrong about
all
everything.
the
There's
time,
too many
yeah.
anonymous sources. Like,
Put your name
anonymous
on it.
scout. Like, what? An anonymous scout? I'm going to care about an anonymous scout?
I don't care about anonymous scouts. Yeah. Well, we can't do Jake's takes because he's in the
Backstage, Jake.
Backstage, yeah. Jake, do you have a take that you want me to relay to the people? Season 6. Okay.
Mhm.
I don't know. Like, I tweeted about the Celtics the other day, and people got mad at me for that too. I can't tweet anything about people getting mad at me.
Yeah,
these
well,
days.
it's a 20-point lead thing, man. Like, come on.
What did I do? I said Celtics
did
have a
that by
20-point
accident?
lead. I see.
The big thing was that they blew 2 20-point leads, Jerry.
Yeah, but I know I wasn't. Fuck you guys.
It looked
I don't-
mocky.
Fuck you.
That was like a Knicks fan tweet.
Nah. Mocking
Knicks,
what?
Knicks fans were probably tweeting Celtics up 20.
No, a Knicks fan would be like, Celtics are up 20, just where we want them.
Would add that extra line. Yeah, probably.
Yeah, like I said, Celtics are up 20, I see. As in like, oh, let's see where this goes. Like they were up 20 in games 1 and 2 and lost both games. They're up 20 again. This is like, when's the last time in a playoff series that a team went up 20 on someone in the first 3 games of a series? And I'm not even saying like the end result.
Just
and
in
they
general,
lost.
I'm sure that's
Yeah.
happening. I mean, that definitely happened in that Heat series. The Heat
Some
Cavs.
1-8 seeds.
Yeah, there you go. Yeah, in the 1-8. Boom.
Feels like it happened in the finals every game last year.
Yeah, seriously.
Yeah, I guess. I don't know. But yeah, I was more intrigued. People get mad.
Yeah, people get mad, dude. What people like to do now.
Yeah, it really is. Yeah. Like one of my pals texted me yesterday and he was like, "Is this the first time that Red Sox fans turned on you?" And I was like, This isn't Red Sox fans turning on me. This is me being bored, quote tweeting a couple of fucking geeks. I'm just in need of some content. You know?
Mm-hmm.
I'm excited for the series.
It's gonna be fun. I'm excited for the next one too.
Yeah, because we're going, me and you.
We're going. New City Connects. Ooh, baby, I'm getting one of those real quick.
Are you gonna see? Here's the issue, Steve.
What? What are you gonna say?
Are you gonna buy a blank one?
Yeah, I never get player jerseys. Unless like Raffy and the guys I grew up with, I get player jerseys, but not current players.
I understand. I'm just asking. What if they only have player names on the back? Then what do you do?
I'd be pretty surprised, honestly, if they didn't sell a blank one. Because they sell blank ones for all of these. I have like 9 City Connects. So, but you're saying like, who would if I had to get one that had a player on it?
Or like it's more.
I'd
so
probably get Duran and then like poop on it and then put that on Twitter and be like, look, I just pooped on your jersey.
Yeah. I guess the question was more so if they only have jerseys with player names in the back, would you just wait?
Eesh, that'd be tough because I'm very much I need the item now kind of guy.
Coley?
Are we positive these have names on them or just numbers?
That's another fair point. We haven't seen. Well, I would assume they don't have names if that leak didn't have a name.
Wait a minute.
What?
Because I'm with you. I want
blank.
one.
Right. Because you want a number. Oh, wait, this is tough.
This
wait,
sucks.
actually, now we got to completely rethink this because I've been in the headspace here of like, now the number means the player and all that. Yeah, I kind of want to get a number.
Right. So I don't want to wear a jersey with a player's name and number on it. But if it's
I love
blank,
these numbers.
Then it doesn't have the yellow, and that's the only reason why I moved off the jersey being one boom.
Damn. And then it's got the monster numbers on the back. I think I have to get a player number.
No, what if I just get Wally and get a 97?
If they let you do, I don't know if they let you do customs on City Connects. Is that a thing?
Yeah.
They probably do.
Okay. I just haven't seen one, but.
You haven't seen a custom City Connect?
Have you seen a custom yellow Sox City Connect?
Well, they don't do last names on the back of that.
Yeah, but I mean, that hasn't prevented people from wearing Ortiz on the white jerseys over the years.
Well, they do sell those. You know what I mean? Like, I haven't seen them even sell a yellow City Connect with a name on it.
Yeah, that looks stupid.
But like,
so then, much like the name on the home jerseys.
They'll have, I imagine, a Devers. They'll probably have an Ortiz 34, honestly. Like, they have the Ortiz City Connect ones. He never wore those.
Yeah, I never loved that, but yeah, I get it.
No, I don't like it either, but I don't know. Will they have a 2? Do you think Breggy gets one?
Yeah.
Camp Bell?
Maybe. I would get like a Cora because my jersey number is 13, so I would get my number.
This is going to be interesting, man, because that's like very foreign to be getting numbers now. Like I don't do that, and I don't think any of us get like current player jerseys, do we?
No.
I'm not opposed to it.
But you get like legends. You get like some of the best players that just happen to be active, right?
For the most part. I mean, yeah, I don't have any like super young guys at the moment, but I feel obligated to get a Campbell at a certain point.
Yeah, that's fair.
See, what I would do, I wouldn't get a Campbell jersey, but if they made like a t-shirt, like a graphic tee that had like Campbell, Meyer, and Roman on, I would wear like their like pictures of their faces on it.
Yeah.
Yeah, I would wear that, but I don't know that I would wear like a Anthony 47 jersey.
Nah. Well, especially because I don't like that number. It's just clunky.
Yeah. But I would absolutely, if they did like one of those, like, you know how like Duran wears the Trevor Story like vintage shirts? Like if they did one of the big three, I'd wear that. Yeah. That'd be sick.
Big time. We've alluded to it earlier in this program, but there's a lot riding on these hats. A lot riding on these City Connect hats in terms of the overall feel for these.
Pant color too.
Pant color as well. But I'm leaning more hat here.
Yeah. I think, what are they going to be? Just green?
Probably
green hat,
right?
Yellow B?
I don't.
I think they go away from yellow based off the last hat being blue and yellow. I
Red
think
B.
I think it's gonna be blue hat, green B.
Ooh.
Oh, navy blue. I don't know how much navy blue is getting involved here. We'll see.
I think it's gonna be like, that's my call, is the navy blue pants because of Wally. If it's green monster, that's the only like I don't think they may go white pants. I won't rule that out, but I do think it's gonna be blue pants. And I think the hat will match the pants. So I think it'll be
just the OG hat.
What I'm trying to think, like, could it look like the netting on the old monster? Like, is there anything else? Could it
This
like
could be where it gets
silver?
controversial, by the way, like Kennedy's
That's what
talking
I'm
about.
thinking.
The hat
it's
might
gonna
be a
the
little
hat
nutty.
or the pants is going to be weird.
Yeah, there's very little weird about the jersey. It's probably what you would have landed on if you had some guesses.
If the jersey is the monster, which we've been led to believe it is, then you assume the hat is above the monster, and maybe the fucking pants are going to be like that warning track brown.
Oh, jeez.
That's fucking controversy.
Definitely is. The hat's just the Coke bottles.
That would be crazy. That would be unbelievable. Like, that would be sick.
They would never do it, but
if the pants were dirt brown,
I mean, they have been doing so many specific things from the monster on the jersey. Like, you got the ball strike dots in the bottom left. The B is the same as the E for error. Yeah, I mean, the same. Like, people are upset about the Red Sox not saying Boston. It's fine. I get that it says Boston on the monster, but that's okay.
Yeah.
But there's a lot of little things that are on the green monster. So maybe it is something from, they're just like seats. They're just the monster seats. I don't know. I don't know what they would do for the hat. I don't think it needs to be like the top of the monster, but it's probably monster green.
I agree. I don't think it needs to be either. I'm worried it's going to be the B with the circle on the hat. I think that's the worst option.
Yeah, doubling down I think would look stupid.
I think it would be bad.
Well, we'll find out on Friday when we're there.
I think we're even finding out on Thursday. I think we're
going to find out on Thursday before we get there.
Yeah, that is accurate, because that would be before we're there, because we're going on Friday.
We're going on Friday, and I'll also be there on Saturday. Which is a 7:15 game. Does that mean it's a Fox game or what?
Gotta be Foxy. Yep. Gotta be. Is
that right?
That's always the Fox start.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Wait. It's not a weekend. No, it is a weekend. What the fuck am I talking about? I gotta go. It's 2
You
a.m.
just said Saturday. Yeah, it is late. It is late.
Yeah.
Yeah.
All right. We'll see you guys on Thursday, which is an off day, yeah?
Yep.
Thursday off day. Let's go, Sox. Jerry Superfan. Superfan signing off, saying Buenas noches, amigos.